following is a presentation of WGAA Sports.
There's a ball hit deep to left field. Back to the wall. Walk-off home run. Hit to right field and down. Cedartown has tied the game. 0-1 pitch. Little chopper right side. That's going to be down. Cedartown wins.
The 3-1 pitch.
Ball hit to straightaway center field and deep. Back it goes. It is a home run.
Cedartown High School Baseball is on the Big AA, 106.1 FM and AM 1340. Broadcasting online at WGAAradio.com and streaming on the TuneIn Radio app and Facebook Live. And now, let's head down to the field for today's action.
Welcome into Cedartown High School Bulldogs baseball. Game 2 of the doubleheader. Cedartown trying to go for the series win. And what an incredible finish to Game 1. A walk-off 2-run home run by Ace Allen to win the ball game. And Sam, the Bulldogs will bring their ace, Everett Perkins, to the mound here in Game 2 of the doubleheader to try to win this series outright.
This is a huge opportunity for the Dogs to really make some headway in that region schedule. You look at the Dogs, they're 4-0 in region play. Allatoona 0-4. Cedartown wants to continue to roll here. And as you said, it will be Everett Perkins on the mound for the Dogs. Leading off for Allatoona, it'll be Chandler. Game 2 of the doubleheader is underway. First pitch from Perkins in there, called strike one over the inside part of the plate. The 0-1 on the way from Everett is lifted to the left side. It's going to be a play for the center fielder, who will make the grab for out number 1.
See the starting lineups for the Buccaneers. Hatcher Chandler, then Nick Eddings, Cooper Slayton, Parker Hope, Carter Wilson, Jackson McBurnett, Hayden Alley, Carter Tucker, and Talon Wright. Your starting 9 in the batting lineup for the Allatoona Buccaneers.
Defensively, some changes for the Dogs here in Game 2. First pitch on the way from Perkins in there, called strike one. Third to first for Cedartown, it's Allen. Tweet Gerald's going to play shortstop. Bryant Waddell will come in and play second. Holiday will be over at first. The 0-1 is lifted to the left side again. This is going to be an opportunity for Ace Allen, and he will make the squeeze for out number 2. Left to right for the Dogs, it's George Flemister getting the start in center field, and Henry over in right field. 2 up, 2 down for the Dogs here in the top of the first inning.
Cooper Slayton.
That'll bring up Cooper Slayton. Slayton will be on the bump for the Bucks here in Game 2. First pitch on the way from Perkins. That misses low, ball 1. Pitch on the way. That one misses outside, ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes on Cooper Slayton. Pitch on the way. That one misses well out of zone. That's going to take the count to 3-0. 2 quick outs for Everett Perkins, but now he's fallen behind here in the count, 3-0. Perkins will step off. And the 3-0 on the way. Breaking ball in there, called strike one. Took some off of that one. Able to get the call. Perkins comes set, deals 3-1. Foul tipped into the catcher's mitt, and that'll run the count full at 3 balls and 2 strikes. So after falling behind 3-0, Perkins has worked the count back to full. Payoff pitch on the way. Just missed outside, ball 4. And so after 2 quick outs, a base on balls will give the Buccaneers their first base runner here in the top of the first inning, and that's going to bring up the backstop, Parker Hope.
Now batting number 20, Parker Hope.
So Hope comes to the plate with 2 outs, and the runner over at first. With that win, the Dogs improved to a record of 6-3 overall. And I believe Allatoona fell to a record of 3-6 overall. Perkins will check the runner at first. And we'll work from the stretch. Pitch on the way. And they're called. Strike one. Good pitch there from Perk. Of course, Gavin Allred, the backstop for the Dogs here in game 2. And the 0-1 is on the way from Perkins. Swing and miss, strike 2. Had an off-speed pitch there that got hoping, and he came up empty. No balls, 2 strikes, runner over at first, 2 outs. Top of the first inning. The look in from Perkins. Throw over to first, and he is back safely. We ran a 3-man crew, umpiring crew in game 1. We are down to a 2-man umpiring crew and even made a switch. The 0-2 on the way, and that is lifted to shallow right field, but Flemister will come in, and he is going to make the grab from out in center field. And so that will do it as the Buccaneers will strand one. We'll take a 60-second break, and we'll come back with the home half of the first inning. You are listening to Cedartown High School Baseball here on the official Cedartown Bulldogs Sports Network, the Big AA.
Rocky and Penny Tillery, 2 Cedartown High School graduates, and they stayed right here in the county and went into business. They employ right at 100 people, and they've been doing that for a long time. Most of their work is from out of the county, but they want to push our youngsters here, no matter what they're doing, Little League, Pony League, high school baseball, basketball, football, and soccer, and that's Polk County Public Service. They appreciate serving you.
Are you ready for steel? Equipment, that is. At Croker's Hardware in Cedartown, we've got all the steel equipment. Blowers and shredder vacs, chainsaws, augers and drills, trimmers and brush cutters. We're very proud to be a retailer for the steel product line. As an independent dealer, we can provide many services that the big box chain stores just can't match. Our friendly and knowledgeable staff is always ready to help you select the equipment that meets your specific needs. So call Croker's for a steel today. That's 770-748-4842 to learn more about steel in Cedartown.
Cedartown High School Baseball is on the Big AA.
We head now to the bottom half of the first inning. A runner left on base for the Buccaneers at the top of the first inning. And for the Cedartown Bulldogs, their batting lineup will go something like this. The Bulldogs will bring Ace Allen, who's the third baseman, to lead off, who was the hero of game 1 in the 2-run walk-off homer. Shortstop will be Owen Tweet Gerald, then Everett Perkins batting third. Dalen Holiday at first base, the cleanup batter. Gavin Allred, then B.J. Flemister. Luke Henry, Timothy George, and Bryant Waddell. That's your starting 9 in the batting lineup for the Cedartown Bulldogs. And for the Buccaneers, their defense, Pizzolano in left field, Chandler in right, right. Tucker at the hot corner, Alley at short, Eddings at second, Burnett and McBurnett at first. Hope is the catcher, and Slayton is the pitcher. And he'll face Ace Allen as we get started here in the bottom half of the first inning. And to tell you about it, Sam Branch on the call.
Ace Allen to lead things off. First pitch on the way. Called strike 1 against the Bulldogs' third baseman. As Andrew said, Allen the hero in game 1 with that 2-run walk-off home run to win it. And he chops one at the plate, foul for strike 2. Cooper Slayton getting the start for Allatoona, the senior right-hander. They're giving Ace just a little bit extra moment as he fouled that one off his foot. Just want to make sure he's good to go, and he will climb in. The sun setting here at CHS. Game 2 of the doubleheader. That one is lifted to the right side. It's going to be a play for right, and he is there for out number 1. Allen deposited one over Wright's head in right field in game 1 that would drive in the first run of the game for the Dogs and give Cedartown the lead. But this time, Wright was in the right spot in right field.
A lot of rights. Of course, the right that was made right was the 2-run home run. And, of course, Ace responsible for all of 3 of Cedartown's runs in that game.
Tweet Gerald at the plate as that one takes a big hop off the home plate. 1 ball, no strikes. Nobody on, 1 out. Home half of the first inning. The 1-0 on the way. This is low, ball 2. The temperature about to drop here at CHS as the sun is going down.
Like a rock.
That one catches the top of the zone for strike 1, and the count goes to 2 balls and 1 strike. Going to have some very cool temperatures to start the week off, although it's going to be a nice day tomorrow. 2-1 is driven to the right side, out of play and foul. They are calling for lows, I believe, on Monday down to around 25 degrees.
And I think a high maybe struggling to get out of the 40s on Tuesday. Going to be a cold day for baseball on Tuesday.
2 balls, 1 strike, the count on Tweet, who is playing shortstop here in game 2. Foul ball as he kind of just threw the bat out at that one just to make a little bit of contact.
By the way, the Tuesday game will be at home here against Cass. Then we make up the Allatoona game on Thursday at Allatoona, and then we have the doubleheader at Cass next Friday, March 20th.
And the 2-2 on the way, and that one is lifted back and out of play, foul, and Tweet will see another pitch. Big series for the Dogs here as they've got to take on and finish off the Bucks, and then you see Cass, which you know could put up a good battle for you. The 2-2 on the way. Again, that one's lifted and straight back out of play, and Tweet staying alive. You know, we talk about it all the time, but that's exactly what you get out of Owen Tweet Gerald. He is just going to give you good, solid at-bats. He's going to spoil a lot of pitches, hopefully going to make the pitcher throw you a lot. Slayton all the way up to 9 pitches now. The 2-2 on the way again, and this one is lifted to the right side, and it is going to be down for a base hit over Eddings, the second baseman, and that'll be the first hit and the first base runner for the Dogs.
Isn't that how Tweet,
here in the bottom of the first.
How Tweet does it?
Yep.
Usually he'll hit it over the second baseman's head, serve it the other way. He's so good at hitting the ball in the opposite direction, and he gets the Bulldogs' first hit here in the bottom half of the first inning. And Everett Perkins, the pitcher, will try to help himself.
So Perkins climbs in the batter's box with the runner over at first and 1 out. Slayton to look into Hope. Gets the sign. Pitching from the stretch, pitch on the way, and that one is skied straight up. It's going to be a play for the shortstop. Alley will come in and will make the play in between second base and the pitcher's mound in the infield grass for out number 2. It was a skyscraper, but it was straight up for Perkins. So that's going to bring up Dalen Holiday. The cleanup man will come to the plate with the runner over, still at first and 2 outs. If the Dogs want to strike early, it'll be up to Day-Day. Slayton checks the runner at first, pitching from the stretch, and that one is fouled back, strike 1. Gavin Allred, the Bulldog backstop, waiting in the wings in the on-deck circle.
That wind that was kind of blowing out to left field is pretty much died down now with the sun going behind the trees.
And the 0-1. Low in the dirt, ball 1. That'll even up the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. Yeah, that flag out in center field is just hanging straight down, draped around the pole instead of dancing from left to right as we saw it do in almost the entirety of game 1. The count now even, 1 ball, 1 strike, and that pitch misses low, ball 2. Might have been a bit inside as well. Either way, it takes the count to 2 balls and 1 strike. And you know, between Tweet Gerald and Dalen Holiday, those 2 kids typically get to see a whole lot of pitches at the plate. Runner goes. Lifted to left center. It'll be a play for Chandler, the center fielder. He will go over, make the grab for out number 3. The Dogs strand 1, but we pick up our first hit of the afternoon here in Game 2. We'll go to the top of the second. We'll be back after this 60-second timeout here on the Cedartown Bulldogs Sports Network, the Big AA.
Coverage of Cedartown High School Bulldogs baseball on the Big AA is brought to you in part by Republican State Representative Trey Kelly of Cedartown.
This is Representative Trey Kelly. I want to wish all the players and coaches a safe and successful season. You've worked hard to represent us on the field, and I'm proud to represent you in the Georgia House of Representatives. Again, this is Representative Trey Kelly, and I want to thank you for listening to the Big AA. Go Dogs!
This announcement paid for by State Representative Trey Kelly, kellyforhouse.com.
Make the right play. Go to Peach State Ford in Cedartown today.
Rush to Peach State Ford in Cedartown. Peach State Ford has a championship lineup of new and pre-owned vehicles. Peach State Ford is now open in your backyard.
Peach State Ford is proud to be part of your local community. Whether you're waiting for your vehicle to get serviced, picking up a part for your vehicle, or stopping by to check out a new vehicle for yourself, Peach State Ford offers a wide range of amenities to enhance your experience. Peach State Ford in Cedartown, 2076 Rockmart Highway, 770-748-3673.
Cedartown High School Baseball is on the Big AA.
Top of the second we go. It'll be Wilson, McBurnett, and Alley do up 5, 6, and 7 for the Buccaneers. Cedartown with one hit in the bottom half of that first inning. Nothing doing for the Buccaneers. They had a base runner reaching via the walk, but he was left stranded as Everett Perkins will try to continue to sail along here in the top of the second inning.
For the Buccaneers, number 44, Carter Wilson.
Carter Wilson, the DH, will lead things off.
Everett Perkins will look in and get the sign from Cedartown's Gavin Allred. And the first pitch is on the way. That one misses outside, ball 1. Missing the Woodland Series, the last time I saw Perkins was in that epic battle over in Rockmart. And, buddy, he put on a show there. He misses outside and high, ball 2. Two balls, no strikes, the count on the DH Wilson. That one in there called strike 1. You know, I think one of the things that I really like about Everett is, despite the fact that he can fall behind in the count, you never feel like that the at-bat is lost because he has such a ability just to battle back. That one is lifted sky high again. It'll be a play for Gerald over at short. He'll camp out underneath it and make the catch for out number 1. And just like that, point proven. Perkins fell behind 2-0 on the first batter of the second inning, and he battles back there and gets him to pop it out.
You know, he always induces a lot of pop flies, and that was just another one there as Wilson pops out. McBurnett now the batter, the first baseman for the Allatoona Buccaneers.
First pitch on the way to McBurnett. Misses, ball 1. And the pitch on the way from Perkins. That one is lifted to center field. It'll be a play for Flemister, who will range over to his right and make the grab for out number 2. 2 up, 2 down, both courtesy of flyouts here in the top of the second inning, and that's going to bring up the shortstop, Alley. So Hayden Alley will come to the plate with the bases empty.
Number 1, Hayden Alley.
Perkins to look into Allred. Gets the sign, and the pitch is on the way. That one misses upstairs, ball 1. SEC Tournament men's basketball in action tonight. Pitch on the way. That one's fouled straight back. It has been 3 straight days of SEC basketball. My Auburn Tigers would fall in round 2.
Any surprises?
No, not yet. That one is lifted back in, out of play.
Were you surprised that Georgia lost to Ole Miss?
No, I was not. Number 22, Vanderbilt, had knocked off number 25. Now, those are national rankings. Those are not the SEC seed rankings, of course. But Vanderbilt with the win over Tennessee earlier today, 75-68. The 1-2 on the way. Swing and a miss, strike 3. And that'll do it for the top of the second inning. The Bucks are retired. In order, we'll go to the home half. Still scoreless here at CHS. Back after this 60-second break here on the Big AA.
Looking for great deals? Stop by Livewire Surplus, located on North Main Street in Cedartown. They've got everything from tools and generators to patio furniture, lawn mowers, flooring, cleaning supplies, mini splits, and much more. Whether you're tackling a project or upgrading your space, they've got what you need. Come check them out at the store today. You'll never know what you might find. Check them out on Facebook or visit their new website, livewiresurplus.com. That's Livewire Surplus, 546 North Main Street in Cedartown, 678-861-5021. Bradford's Drug Store in Cedartown is your locally owned and operated Good Neighbor Pharmacy. Bradford's accepts most prescription plans, and remember Bradford's for all your gift and decor needs. Bradford's pharmacists take time to get to know you and answer any questions you may have. Go by and see Justin Strickland and all the folks at Bradford's, and be sure to use their convenient drive-thru. 500 North Main Street in Cedartown, 770-748-3100. Bradford's Drug, your locally owned and operated Good Neighbor Pharmacy.
Cedartown High School baseball is on the Big Double A.
We are now the bottom half of the second inning. Cedartown and Allatoona scoreless. Allred, Flemister, and Henry due up 5, 6, and 7. As the Buccaneers, Slayton, who I believe started at shortstop in the first game, now pitching in this one, an inning of work already, allowed a hit. No strikeouts, no walks. We'll see if the middle part of the Dogs lineup can get something going here in the home half of the second.
Number 3, Gavin Allred.
Florida Gators also picking up a win over Kentucky earlier in the afternoon, 71-63 right now. Ole Miss and Alabama in action. First pitch on the way to Allred, catches the outside part of the plate. Strike one. Arkansas and Oklahoma will be the nightcap at 9:30. Florida and Vanderbilt will face off in the semifinal. The 0-1 on the way, and that misses well out of the zone, gets away from Hope. That'll even up the count at 1-1 strike. Auburn is unfortunately going to join at probably what would be a very small list of teams to make it to the Final Four and then not make the tournament the following year. 2-1 strike the count now against Allred, as that one missed high and away. Slayton, the look in, the pitch on the way. Swing and a miss by Allred, and that'll even up the count at 2-2 strikes. And the 2-2 on the way. That one misses ball 3. Some other interesting news in the sporting world out of Atlanta a few days ago. The Falcons signing former Miami Dolphin starting quarterback Tua Tagovailoa to a 1-year deal.
And I read today that he's going to be competing for the starting job.
Full count on Allred. Pitch on the way, and that one's in the dirt. And that will put Allred aboard with a leadoff walk here in the bottom of the second inning. You know, I sent to our group message, I thought that the idea behind revamping the front office in Atlanta was to stop making dumb decisions.
Well,
I'm just wondering.
I understand that. I understand that. I mean, you let Cousins walk. Well, you cut him basically, and you still have some money due to him, and I think they had to eat that, and I don't think they really had any capital to go after a big time name anyway.
You have a courtesy runner out for the Dogs to run for Allred. It'll be Blakeney, so that's going to put Blakeney, the courtesy runner, at first, and B.J. Flemister to the plate. You know, I just wonder as well, with only signing Tua to that 1-year contract, do they see someone in the college ranks that they may try to go after in the draft next year? Of course, I think that's putting, shows bunt, pulls back, and the pitch was low, ball 1. I think that's putting a lot of eggs in one basket, possibly, if that's what they're doing. Thankfully, I am not sitting in the front office of a NFL franchise anywhere. The 1-0 on the way, and that one's in there, called strike 1, and that'll even up the count at 1-1 strike.
I was happy to see that Austin Hooper is coming back to Atlanta. He was the tight end when the Falcons went to the Super Bowl.
1 ball, 1 strike to count. And the pitch shows bunt again, and this time he did go after it. And so Flemister behind in the count now at 1 ball and 2 strikes.
And it's starting to get colder. I can feel the air coming in.
Again, that's why I dressed more for what the temperature was going to be and not what it was when I left my house. And the 1-2 on the way. Cut on and missed by Flemister. Strike 3, first out of the inning. So that's going to bring up Luke Henry, the right fielder. He'll come to the plate with the runner over at first base and 1 out.
Number 6, Luke Henry.
Well, I think the current administration there, talking about the Falcons, are having to clean up what was the mess left from the previous administration. So I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt.
Well, I am too. I have a lot of faith in those guys, mainly Matt Ryan. Yeah, that throw over to first base, and Blakeney is back easily. Didn't even go down for the tag, did McBurnett. Slayton working from the stretch here with the runner over at first. Pitch on the way, and they're called strike 1.
And I'll be honest with you, I wasn't really that thrilled with the head coaching hire.
Correct.
But, again, I'll give him the benefit of the doubt.
Time called briefly. Henry already back in the box and ready to go. And that one's in the dirt. It's going to get away from Hope, and Blakeney is going to be down at second easily. You know, I feel like, though, that is kind of the mantra for Atlanta sports, though. You know, when is the last time we really went out and got either a blockbuster hire for a coaching position, or we made a blockbuster trade for a big-name player?
Never.
Yeah, exactly. And that's across the board as far as...
Maybe Chris Chandler in the 90s.
Yeah, I mean, but that's across the board for Atlanta sports. Braves,
now
Falcons, Hawks.
They are known for letting big names go.
Absolutely.
Brett Favre being one of them.
Yes. 1 ball, 1 strike.
What could have been?
What could have been? That one's in there, called strike 2.
I mean, can you imagine having Brett Favre as your quarterback and having Deion Sanders on defense?
Well, listen, you know, I was a big-time Green Bay Packers fan as a kid growing up. I've never really hitched my wagon to the horse of the Atlanta Falcons, to be honest with you. I do root for them. I will watch them, but as far as a favorite NFL team, I was a Packers fan all day long. The 1-2 on the way. That one is skied out of play and foul, and Henry will come back. Back in the days of Brett Favre, and of course my favorite Green Bay Packer player of all time was the Minister of Defense, number 92, Reggie White, that big defensive lineman that patrolled Lambeau Field back in the 90s. I was a huge fan of his. But you're right. Brett Favre and Deion Sanders in hot Atlanta at the same time, my goodness. Swing and a miss on a pitch that was out of the zone by Henry will be the second out of the inning, and it's going to bring up Timothy George.
Not to mention during that era, Brian Jordan was a Falcon.
Yep.
Timothy George.
So runner out at second, 2 outs in the inning here in game 2 of the twin bill. Timothy George at the plate. Slayton checks the runner at second in the form of Blakeney and then fires out of the zone for ball 1 to George. George got that start in game 1. Would go 6 innings. Owen Pilgrim would come in and wrap it up for the Dogs. The 1-0 on the way to him, and that one is lifted to the right side. Will that one get down? And it does not, as Eadings is able to make a retreating catch from his position there at second base for out number 3. The Dogs strand one. We'll head to the top of the third. We're still scoreless. We'll be back after this 60-second break here on the Cedartown Bulldogs Sports Network, the Big AA.
Hey, it's the Border Mexican Restaurant located at 718 North Main Street right here in Cedartown. They serve a wide variety of your favorite Mexican food made fresh daily. Great food, great fun. It's great for the whole family. Come see us at the Border Restaurant right here on Main Street in Cedartown. Or you can call for takeout at 678-246-1031. The Border Mexican Restaurant is the best Mexican food north of the border. That's the Border Restaurant right here in Cedartown.
Cedar Valley Golf Course has been the place to play golf in Cedartown and Polk County for 100 years. Locally owned and operated since 1924, Cedar Valley Golf Course offers 18 holes of some of the most beautiful fairways and greens in the area. Cedar Valley Golf Course is a proud supporter of the Cedartown High School Bulldogs and the greater Cedartown and Polk County region. Call today for tee time, 770-748-9671. Located just south of Cedartown at 1811 Buchanan Highway. Cedartown's original golf course celebrating 100 years. Cedar Valley Golf Course.
Cedartown High School Baseball is on the Big AA.
Welcome back as we head now to the top of the third inning. Cedartown Bulldogs and Allatoona Buccaneers are scoreless. 0-0. 0 runs, 0 hits, 0 errors for the Buccaneers. 0-1-0 for the Cedartown Bulldogs. And as we head now to the top of the third with nothing much going on, the Buccaneers will try to scratch one on the board themselves.
It'll be
Carter Tucker to lead it off.
Yep, 8-9-1 due up here for the Bucks. Everett Perkins, long look into Allred, and the first pitch on the way to Tucker, and that is lifted to the left side. It's going to be a play, can't see it, and it drops.
Sam, it's that time of night.
Yep.
It's that time of night where it's twilight, the sun has just gone down. It is hard to see the ball. It's at that time where the lights are not helping you that much, and we just didn't see it, and it drops.
George just could not find it, and it dropped, and so Tucker will be aboard, and that'll be the first hit for the Bucks. That'll bring up Wright. And the pitch shows bunt. Pitch was outside, ball 1. Runner back to first.
Now batting number 19, Talon Wright.
Talon Wright, the right fielder for Allatoona, the sophomore. Perkins again works from the stretch. They show bunt. Pitch is high, ball 2. So Perkins now behind in the count, 2 balls and no strikes, as Wright seems determined to lay down the bunt and get Tucker up to second base. Allatoona trying to play a little bit of small ball here in the top of the third. They understand runs are going to be at a premium tonight, it looks like. Throw over to first base, and Tucker is back safely. This is starting to look very similar to game 1. Right back in the batter's box. They check the runner. Perkins, the pitch. They show bunt. This one is low, but he did go for it, so that'll take the count to 2 balls and 1 strike. I believe Perkins got a little bit of an early birthday present with that one. 2-1 on the way, shows bunt. Bunt said foul back, and the count is now 2 balls and 2 strikes. So now what do you do if you're Coach Keith Hansen with this situation with Wright at 2-2? Do you try to keep the bunt on and run the risk of getting bunt foul, or you take it off?
I would say it's probably going to be a swing situation here. You don't want to be out number 3 on a bunt, or the third strike on a bunt.
They do show bunt, yep, but that one misses high and away, ball 3, so that'll take the count full at 3 balls and 2 strikes.
Stand corrected.
So a payoff pitch on the way from Everett Perkins. Tucker takes his lead at first. He's on the way, and swinging is right, and that one's out of play, foul, and everybody will have to reset and do it all over again. Three balls, two strikes, runner over at first, and nobody out here in the top of the third inning. Still scoreless here at CHS. And the payoff pitch hit to the right side. Holiday gathers it, loses it for a moment, picks it up, and steps on first for out number one. I believe even if he had fielded that cleanly, their only play was going to be at first. It would have been very close over at second. So Holiday gets right, and Tucker advances up to second base, and that will bring up the top of the order for the Bucks. It'll be Hatcher Chandler.
Chandler 0 for 1 in his first trip at the plate.
Quick meeting on the mound between Allred and Perkins. And now we're ready to go back to playing baseball. Perkins checks the runner and Tucker at second. And the pitch on the way. And that one is lifted to the shortstop. And Tweet Gerald makes a shoe-top catch for out number two. Tucker able to get back to second safely.
And the only reason why it's not a double play right there, because no one had time to get to the bag at second to cover it. I mean, that was that ball was right at Gerald, who was able to pick it off the ground and got that soft line drive catch for the second out, and the runner stays put at second.
That'll bring up Eddings. Eddings is 0 for 1. Perkins again checks the runner at second, gets the sign from Allred. Time called. He'll go ahead and pitch, and then he'll go ahead and swing out of his shoes. However, time was granted. He just never stepped out of the box, and he swung at it anyways. And the umpire is having a conversation with Eddings.
I'm wondering if they're going to say,
do you still
give him a strike here?
Yeah.
No, I guess not.
Nope, but I think he's telling him, hey, if you get time, you got to step out.
I think that might be, yeah, you're right, because, I mean, say time was called and he swings and you could really hurt somebody.
Absolutely. That one gets away as it was in the dirt. The pitch from Perkins, and Tucker will move up to third base, and the Bucks now have a runner just 90 feet away. 1 ball, no strikes to count on Nick Eddings. And the pitch on the way from Perkins. Upstairs, ball 2.
Perkins tonight, he seems like he's not as sharp as he was, against Woodland and against Rockmart the last time. Let's see if he can get out of this.
2-0 in there, called strike one. A good bounce back pitch there by Perk.
Yeah,
right on cue.
Perkins, went close to 8 innings. I think close to 8 innings in that game against Rockmart, and a shortened affair. That one in the dirt for ball 3, 3-1. A shortened affair against the Woodland Wildcats where he didn't throw that much. And here he is in this one a week later. And he's keeping the Dogs in the game right now, but certainly not up to what I think would be his expectations. At 37 pitches here in the top of the third inning, runner on third.
Allred came up a little bit lame on his right leg after having to slide over and get in front of that pitch to keep it from scoring a run. They give him a moment. The 3-1 on the way, cut on and missed, and that's going to run the count full at 3 balls and 2 strikes.
But then what he does is he throws a pitch like that.
It just comes right back at you. And that's why I said that's one of the things I really like about Perk is regardless of the pitch count, I feel like you're right there in it because he can just battle back. He just has that ability to put his head down and go to work. And the payoff pitch is on the way, and swing and a miss, and Perkins gets out of a jam. They'll strand the runner at third. We're still scoreless. We'll go to the bottom of the third. We'll be back after this 60-second break here on the Cedartown Bulldogs Sports Network, the Big AA.
Cedartown Automotive is your one-stop for all your automotive needs. For oil changes, new tires, or tire repair, brake work, tune-ups, air conditioner service, or repair, think of Cedartown Automotive. Cedartown Automotive is a longtime supporter of Cedartown High School athletics here on WGAA. Cedartown Automotive on East Avenue in Cedartown. Give them a call today at 770-749-5040 or stop by their beautiful location for fast and friendly service. And all the folks at Cedartown Automotive say, go Dogs!
Looking for a good used vehicle? Don't go out of town. Come see the folks at Dingler Motor Company, 526 North Main Street. Bad credit, no problem. Dingler Motor Company can get you back on the road in no time with their in-house financing. Top quality pre-owned late model cars, trucks, and SUVs. Stop by and check out their wide selection at 526 North Main Street across from Livewire Surplus. Call them at 770-748-0906. Search them on Facebook at Dingler Motor Co. That's Dingler Motor Company.
Cedartown High School baseball is on the Big AA.
Welcome back as we head now to the bottom half of the third. It is no score here from Cedartown High School as the Bulldogs and the Buccaneers in what is currently the rubber game of the series. If the Dogs win this game, they'll win the series. If the Buccaneers win, it'll set up a rubber game next Thursday. It'll be 9-1-2 due up. Bryant Waddell, Ace Allen, and Tweet Gerald here in this home half of the third inning. Each side with a hit apiece. We didn't put the hit up there for the Buccaneers. They had that one hit, though, was the fly ball that was lost in the lights in left. You have to rule that a hit. So here's Bryant Waddell. He'll lead it off here in the home half of the third.
9-1-2 due up for the Dogs. Time called.
What do you do?
They call a balk?
I think he called a balk. Yep. And the Allatoona dugout is wanting an explanation. And so time is called, and here comes the head coach, and we'll see if we can't listen in.
What did he do?
Given from the home plate umpire to head coach Keith Hansen of the Buccaneers. And I don't know
in
if
the criminal justice system.
Yeah. And these are their stories.
These are their stories.
A 1-0 on the way and cut on and fouled back, and that'll even have to count at 1 ball and 1 strike.
I got you, Blue.
How long has Law and Order been on TV? I mean, obviously it started with just the original straight-up Law and Order, the 1-1 high, 2 balls, 1 strike.
That was 1991.
So 35 years.
Now, if the original series went off for a little while. It's back on now, the original series.
Yeah. But
the SVU came like in the late 90s, and it's been on ever since.
And we've got a time called, and we've got the home plate umpire is on his way out to the pitcher's mound, and he's wanting the coach to join him. This is
highly unusual.
Highly unusual. And again,
I need to come up with a baseball saying,
Yeah. So we've got the home plate umpire, the field umpire, the head coach, the pitcher, and the catcher all on.
There's no one safe, and then you're not going to tell me what he's doing because you don't know what he's doing.
And the coach is not happy.
Yeah, I think he might be restricted to the dugout after that.
Yep. And he is very close to getting thrown out of this game. And they are not going to let this one go. The coach goes towards the dugout. The umpire comes after him. The coach comes back towards the umpire, and they are going after it. I tell you what, I am very surprised at this point he has not been asked to watch the remainder of the game from the school bus.
I'm wondering, because one of the other assistant coaches for the Bucks,
yeah, he did.
Also pointed at one of his players in the dugout and said, "You got to stop, or something." So I'm not exactly sure what the case was, and he might have been thrown out. I don't know it. He's still pleading his case with the umpire here, and also the home plate umpire is making note of something in his lineup card, and he is still hot.
Yeah, this is the most spirited I think I have seen a coach and an umpire go at it in a while here.
He's either restricted to the dugout or he's been thrown out.
Yeah, and so from what we were able to gather from our field mic, it sounded like that what the umpire was stating was that the pitcher kept stepping off of the rubber, and the head coach was arguing the point that there's no way that he could see that from his angle. So how was he calling it?
What's the count, Mr. Blue? Mr. Blue, what's the count?
So it is 2 balls and 1 strike on Bryant Waddell.
Well, things have gotten pretty interesting here in the bottom half of the inning.
As Will Ferrell would say, that escalated quickly.
No kidding.
2 balls, 1 strike.
That's still Bryant Waddell, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Okay, just making sure.
Swing and a miss, and that'll even up the count at 2-2. Nobody on, nobody out. We're in the bottom of the 3rd inning. And the 2-2 on the way. Cut on and miss. Strike 3. And, buddy, that fired up the Buccaneers sideline. Their crowd getting behind it. That's first out of the inning. And we'll go back to the top of the order to Ace Allen.
Ace 0 for 1 his 1 trip to the plate. Each team with a hit apiece, but no runs to show for it.
No, hey.
Allen in the box, ready to go to work. The look in from Slayton to Hope. And the pitch on the way. Cut on and miss, strike 1.
You think Slayton's throwing with a little bit more mustard? I think he's a little fired up.
I think he's got a little juice running through his veins on this one right here. No balls, 1 strike. And the pitch. That one misses upstairs, ball 1. That'll even up the count at 1 each.
Good job, kid.
1 ball, 1 strike, pitch on the way. A chopper to the right side. It'll be a play for McBurnett, who will toss to Slayton covering first for out number 2. So 2 up, 2 down for the Dogs here in the bottom of the 3rd, and that'll bring up Tweet.
Yeah, Tweet has the only hit of the day, or at least of this game for the Bulldogs, 1 for 1. He made it all the way around, I think, to third base, but was left stranded there back in the 1st inning.
That's a good walk-up song right there.
Absolutely.
First pitch on the way to Tweet, fouled straight back, strike 1.
And Slayton is slinging it.
Yeah, he has definitely bumped it up a little bit in his delivery. It's always interesting to see how a team responds after you have some type of interaction like we had between the coach and the umpires. That one misses down in the zone. That'll even up the count at 1 ball, 1 strike. You know, some teams rally behind their coach, some fall apart. Slayton seems to be doing the first option there. That one does miss low. That'll take the count to 2 balls and 1 strike. Gets the adrenaline pumping. See what he's able to do. 2-1 here, and that one is cut on and lifted foul back behind us. Or it did stay, actually. Just caught the top of the net. So that'll even up the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. The look in by Slayton. And the 2-2 on the way. And that one is fouled back. So Tweet will see another pitch. And Slayton gets the sign from Hope. And the 2-2, and that one is poked to the left side. It'll be Alley, the shortstop, and he does not come up with it cleanly. And Gerald is going to reach on what should be an error.
Well, I don't know if they're going to get him anyway, Sam. Listen, once it got past the third baseman there, the shortstop, it was such a slow roller, it would have been a very tough play. We'll see how they score it, though. But that was a very, very tough play.
So they do score, as far as the Cedartown game changer goes, they do score that as an error. But either way you want to cut it, it puts Tweet over at first base and keeps the inning going. So that'll bring up Everett Perkins. Opportunity to help himself here. Perkins is 0 for 1. Pitch on the way. That one's in the dirt. Good stop there by Hope, who pops up with it and stares Tweet back to first. No throw down. Didn't have to. But Gerald back safely. So Perkins ahead in the count. 1 ball and no strikes. Working from the stretch, the 1-0, and that is a chopper to the left side and through. That's going to put Gerald over at second as Perkins with a 2-out single. I could tell you all day long that one's in the hit column. Second hit of the afternoon, second hit here in game 2 for the Dogs, the first for Perkins.
Now batting number 19.
So we're just going to play it station to station here in the bottom of the third, and that's going to bring up Day-Day Holiday. He is 0 for 1. Back-to-back Dogs reaching for the first time here in game 2. Pitch on the way, and Holiday lifts that one to the left side and out of play, foul. Long look in by Slayton. Hope will relay the call from the dugout. They've settled in on it. And now the 0-1 on the way. Called strike 2. Good pitch there by Slayton. Trying to keep the Dogs at bay here in the bottom of the third. The Dogs want to not just bark, but they want to take a bite out of them. Runners goes. Tweet's headed to third. High throw. It got away from him. He's safe. Gerald takes off from third, and the Dogs are on the board, and they've got the lead 1-0. Owen Tweet Gerald took off for third. The throw was high over Tucker, and Tweet made him pay. Perkins also moves up to second base. Just a mental mistake and an error there by the Buccaneers puts the Dogs on the board. And the proverbial bark does turn into a bite. The 0-2 cut on and missed strike 3, and that'll do it for the bottom of the third inning, but not before the Dogs are able to steal a run. It's 1-0. Dogs lead. We'll go to the top of the fourth back after this 60-second break here on the Cedartown Bulldogs Sports Network, the Big AA.
There's nothing quite like the indoor comfort of a Daikin HVAC system. And not everyone can deliver the HVAC expertise and service quite like us, your local Daikin Comfort Pro. We're committed to your heating and cooling needs, whether you're looking for a system checkup or a replacement that fits your lifestyle and budget. Call us, your local Daikin Comfort Pro, today.
Call MasterTech Heating and Air at 770-748-6965 or visit us online at mymastertech.com, and go Dogs.
Rocky and Patty Tillery, 2 Cedartown High School graduates, and they stayed right here in the county and went into business. They employ right at 100 people, and they've been doing that for a long time. Most of their work is from out of the county, but they want to push our youngsters here, no matter what they're doing, Little League, Pony League, high school baseball, basketball, football, and soccer. And that's Polk County Public Service. They appreciate serving you.
Cedartown High School Baseball is on the Big AA.
Welcome back as we head to the top of the fourth inning. The Cedartown Bulldogs take a 1-0 lead on an errant throw. The Buccaneers with 2 errors so far, 1 hit only. Cedartown with 2 hits and the 1 run. And as we head now to the top of the fourth inning, Everett Perkins finds himself with a lead, and we'll see if the Dogs can hold on to it and get us back to the bottom half of the inning. For the Buccaneers, it'll be 3, 4, and 5. Slayton, Hope, and Wilson. Slayton is, I think he walked his last time. And then Hope, 0 for 1, and Wilson is 0 for 1. And also the tale of what happened in that previous inning with that argument is whether or not their head coach is on the field, and I do not see him on the field.
No, I think he has absolutely, at the very least, been restricted to the dugout. The team did have a big team huddle, though, in between innings, just outside of their dugout, swinging a miss, strike one on Slayton. And you know that coaching staff is going to use that right there as an opportunity to try to fire up this Buccaneers squad. That one is lifted foul, out of play by Slayton, and that'll take the count to no balls and 2 strikes. Friday night high school baseball here on the Big AA. Doubleheader region contest. That one's going to be in the dirt. In fact, I don't even think that one was in the dirt. I think it was in the grass in front of the dirt. It was so short from Perkins. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And the pitch just miss outside corner. That'll take the count to 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Allred caught that one and snapped it back over the plate, but didn't get the call.
2-2 on the way. Called strike 3 with that breaking ball, though.
Yes, sir.
Perkins picks up the strikeout for out number 1 here in the top of the 4th inning.
Well, if you can't get it like that, just go right down the plate and get it. And that's exactly what Perkins did. And for Everett, that is his 3rd strikeout.
What did you say?
So it looks like the coaching staff for Allatoona maybe making a change in the lineup. They're talking to the head coach.
I don't know.
The home plate umpire.
Hope is up next, and there's still some.
There's still some issues.
Yeah.
So Hope will be the batter.
So it almost looks like, I thought we were going to see another coach restricted or thrown out. It's really gotten kind of nuts out there.
That one's in the dirt, ball 1. I think, and this is just from picking up little bits that
are balls and strikes.
Yeah, and I think the commentary is coming from the dugout, and it's possibly coming from the Allatoona players. And so one of the coaches, while one coach was speaking with the home plate umpire, the other coach was telling the guys, you just can't talk. Just don't say anything. And at this point, I wouldn't say a word. 1 ball, no strikes, the count on Hope. Pitch on the way from Perkins is cut on and fouled straight back. That'll even up the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. Again, want to remind everyone that tomorrow is opening day for Cedartown Little League baseball, softball, and the spring soccer season. 9 a.m. parade followed by 10 a.m. opening ceremonies there at Burtwood Park, as that one is in the dirt, missing ball 2. Our state representative Trey Kelly will be in attendance for a special proclamation. I will also be making a special surprise presentation. So we would invite you to join us. 10 a.m. Get there early. You're going to need to get a good parking spot. 2-1 on the way. Cut on and foul tipped into the catcher's mitt, and that will even up the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Want to thank State Representative Trey Kelly for being a sponsor here of Cedartown High School baseball on the Big AA, as well as our state senator, Jason Anavitarde, and all of our other sponsors. The 2-2 on the way, just missed low, ball 3. That'll take the count full, I should say, at 3 balls and 2 strikes. You know, Andrew, we are absolutely blessed here at the Big AA. A lot of great sponsors that have been around a long time, and that is ball 4. And so that'll be a 1-out walk to Hope.
Number 44.
Well, I think at Polk County Public Service, first, they've been with us for a long, long time, and folks like them and Bradford's and
absolutely. And of course, even though there's a we have our handful of sponsors. There's a ton of sponsors out there that also sponsor the baseball program directly. We thank them as well for their support of CHS baseball. First pitch for Perkins is in the dirt to Wilson, who is 0 for 1 on the night. A lot of those businesses with signs along the outfield. Time has been called this time for the Bulldogs as pitching coach Josh Smith will come out to the mound and maybe try to channel some of that energy coming from the opposite dugout, see if he can't fire up his guys. It'll bring in the whole infield. Of course, as we said, Everett Perkins in that shortened start at Woodland. I believe that was game, was that the game 3 that was only a, 4-inning game?
Yeah.
Where the Dogs just absolutely exploded, picking up the win by, I believe, 15-0 was the final in that one. I know the Dogs played at 15. Perkins having to work a little bit harder here, though, in game 2 of the doubleheader against Allatoona. He's behind in the count here. 1 ball, no strikes with the runner over at first and 1 out. That pitch misses just outside, ball 2. Count goes to 2 balls and no strikes.
Let's go, Carter. Got it.
Look in by Perkins. The 2-0 on the way. That one misses high and away. Ball 3. Dogs picking up a single run in the bottom of the 3rd inning would give them the lead, but Allatoona is threatening here with the runner over at first, 1 out, and the hitter ahead in the count 3-0. And the pitch, and that misses, ball 4. And Wilson is now aboard on 4 straight pitches.
Yeah, this is definitely uncharacteristic of Everett Perkins here, who's really kind of lost a little bit of his control here. McBurnett, the batter now, and a chance for the Buccaneers to maybe tie the game on a base hit.
So McBurnett 0 for 1 steps in. Chance to put some runs on the boards for the Bucks. Perkins from the stretch. First pitch on the way, and that is lifted to the left side. It's going to be a play for George. He will come in, make the grab, and quickly get that one in. No chance for any advancement on the base runners, and so a big second out for the Dogs as McBurnett is retired on the first pitch he saw.
Well, that is absolutely the best thing you could ask for in that regard if you're the Cedartown Bulldogs. Hayden Alley will be the batter with 2 outs and runners on first and second. We'll see if Perkins can get out of the jam here.
First pitch on the way, and that one is fouled back, strike 1. No balls, 1 strike on the shortstop, Alley, victim of a strikeout in his first plate appearance. We'd love to have repeat success here. And the pitch. Call, strike 2, right down Frank Lott Drive. Everett Perkins is now a pitch away from getting out of some trouble here in the top of the 4th.
And I'm hearing more complaining coming from the Allatoona side here on our field mic. It might be crowd noise, but still.
And the 0-2 is in the dirt. Ball 1, and all the runners, or both the runners, I should say, are going to move up. So Hope now stands at 3rd base, and Wilson now stands at 2nd base. Perkins is ahead in the count, though, here against Alley at 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Go ahead.
And the 1-2 is on the way. Repeat customer it is, called strike 3. And that'll do it for the top of the 4th inning. The Bucks strand 2. We'll go to the bottom of the 4th. The Dogs still lead 1-0 back after this 60-second break here on the official Cedartown Bulldogs Sports Network, the Big Double A.
Have you been to Croker's Hardware and Supply lately? Croker's is the place to find everything you need, from boots to fencing, from plumbing supplies to wood and gas stove fittings, everything, even paint and flooring. Whether you're building or repairing, everything you need is right here at Croker's Hardware on East Avenue. Name brands galore right here in your back door. Orca and Yeti coolers and tumblers, case knives, native eyewear, buck stove grills, and more. At Croker's, you can find everything.
Go by and see the friendly staff there at 1192 Rockmart Highway. That's Croker's Hardware in Cedartown.
Coverage of Cedartown High School Bulldogs baseball on the Big AA is brought to you in part by Republican State Representative Trey Kelly of Cedartown.
This is Representative Trey Kelly. I want to wish all the players and coaches a safe and successful season. You've worked hard to represent us on the field, and I'm proud to represent you in the Georgia House of Representatives. Again, this is Representative Trey Kelly, and I want to thank you for listening to the Big AA. Go Dogs!
This announcement paid for by State Representative Trey Kelly, kellyforhouse.com.
Cedartown High School baseball is on the Big AA.
Bottom of the fourth we come. The Cedartown Bulldogs lead 1-0. 1 run on 2 hits for the Bulldogs. No runs on 1 hit and 2 errors for the Allatoona Buccaneers. It'll be Gavin Allred to lead it off, followed by B.J. Flemister and Luke Henry. Allred has walked in his last appearance. So we'll see if, I think we may have a new pitcher on the mound there, Sam. Number 11 for the Buccaneers. That is Thomas McCauley, senior right-handed pitcher for the Bucks, getting his warm-up tosses in. So the day is done for Slayton. Goes 3 innings, gives up 2 hits, 1 run. It was unearned, 1 walk and 4 strikeouts. So really, if you look at it, for Slayton, not a bad start, and he probably deserved a better fate than that. He only trails because of the throwing error over to third base. And I think, did he commit that error himself? I think he threw over to third and it got away, and that was what brought home the only run in this ball game, the Cedartown Bulldogs. So Slayton's night is done, and it will be number 11, McCauley, on the mound for the Buccaneers.
Yeah, really, I don't know. I'm kind of surprised that they pulled Slayton. I don't know if that was the original, and you never know in high school simply because of the depth. That might have been the plan, was to only throw Slayton for the first 3 innings and then turn it over regardless here to McCauley. Either way, though, as Andrew said, the night is done for Slayton, and Gavin Allred will be the first hitter here in the bottom of the 4th inning. The umpire making lineup card adjustments, making sure everybody was on the same page, and now I think we are ready to begin this bottom of the 4th. You know, Chris McKelvey sent me a text, and he was right. We were talking about State Representative Trey Kelly. Of course, he and head coach Brett Lane played baseball together.
They did. They did, just a year apart in school. Coach Lane, class of 04, Trey Kelly, class of 05.
First pitch on the way to Allred. That one's in the dirt. Ball 1. Good way to start things off for Gavin. That's the 2nd time I have done that. I keep hitting the little lever underneath my chair that lowers it, and I can promise you, I don't have a lot to go.
I was about to say, you don't have much margin for error over there.
Not. 1-0 on the way to Allred. Taken outside, ball 2. As it is, I mean, I could actually use a chair that sat a little bit higher. Definitely can't go any lower. Two balls, no strike to count. Pitch on the way. Called strike 1.
If somebody who's up there at the Han Company would maybe donate 4 brand new chairs for this booth, we would be very happy.
And if you could make one of them extra tall. 2 balls.
Elevator chair.
That's right. 2 balls, 1 strike, swing and a miss. Big cut there by Allred. Will even up the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Allred, as you said, Andrew, walked in his first plate appearance. looking to get aboard here in the bottom of the fourth. And the 2-2 on the way. And that one is hit to the right side, and he will do just that. He serves it into right field to deposit it. He is going to round first, but he will hold up there. Smart decision.
Yeah, Wright took the right angle there to get to that ball, Sam, and held him to a single. But a good piece of hitting there by Allred. McCullough was really chunking it hard toward the plate, as Jerry Clower would say. He chunks it hard. But he fought it off and hit it the other way and got a base hit out of it.
And Allred will get the courtesy runner.
First base, number 17.
It'll be Blakeney. And he's going to run for Allred as per usual. That'll bring up B.J. Flemister, 0 for 1 with a strikeout. So Blakeney will take his lead over at first, and Flemister will climb in the box. McCauley checks the runner. Now comes set, working from the stretch for the first time. Pitch on the way. Cut on and miss by Flemister late on that fastball down Broadway. Count, no balls and 1 strike. Speaking of Broadway, you're going to like this connection. Did you see the Tennessee Titans' new uniforms?
I have not.
Man, they are sharp. The 0-1 on the way, called strike 2. Of course,
I have always liked their baby blue.
Okay, so they have gone to a almost Ole Miss throwback looking baby blue uniform top.
I love it.
And they are clean, my friend. Clean.
I love it.
Now, that might be the only good thing about the Tennessee Titans.
Seriously.
Other than their play-by-play radio announcer. Pitch on the way. Called strike 3, but it got away from him. They will have to throw. They'll throw down to second, and they will get the tag there. And so Blakeney thrown out at second after the dropped strike 3. Flemister will be safe at first, but it's the second out of the inning.
No, he will not.
No, he's not.
First base was occupied.
That's right.
Good job, Park.
It's a double play.
It is. Blakeney didn't have to run there, I guess, right?
He didn't, but he because it got away, he had a chance to.
So that'll be a double play, and that's going to bring up Luke Henry.
That's one of those situations where it's all or nothing. I mean, you're either going to have 2 on and nobody out, or have 2 outs.
Yep. First pitch on the way. Called strike 1. Taylor Zarzer is the play-by-play radio man for the Tennessee Titans, and he is one of my favorite guys in radio broadcasting. I have not heard his take yet on the uniforms. I'll have to check that out. That one hitting the dirt. They're going to ask if he checked his swing. If not, it'll even up the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. And he did go, and I think that is the right call, so that will take the count to 0-2. They did appeal down to first base, and the first base umpire said yes, he did. So Henry behind in the count, no balls and 2 strikes. And the look in. And the pitch. Cut on and miss, strike 3, and that'll do it for the Dogs in the bottom of the 4th. We'll head to the top of the 5th. Still with a 1-0 lead. We'll be back after this 60-second break here on the Cedartown Bulldogs Sports Network, the Big AA.
Make the right play. Go to Peach State Ford in Cedartown today.
Rush to Peach State Ford in Cedartown. Peach State Ford has a championship lineup of new and pre-owned vehicles. Peach State Ford is now open in your backyard.
Peach State Ford is proud to be part of your local community. Whether you're waiting for your vehicle to get serviced, picking up a part for your vehicle, or stopping by to check out a new vehicle for yourself, Peach State Ford offers a wide range of amenities to enhance your experience. Peach State Ford in Cedartown, 2076 Rockmart Highway, 770-748-3673.
Make the right play. Go to Peach State Ford in Cedartown today.
Rush to Peach State Ford in Cedartown. Peach State Ford has a championship lineup of new and pre-owned vehicles. Peach State Ford is now open in your backyard.
Peach State Ford is proud to be part of your local community. Whether you're waiting for your vehicle to get serviced, picking up a part for your vehicle, or stopping by to check out a new vehicle for yourself, Peach State Ford offers a wide range of amenities to enhance your experience. Peach State Ford in Cedartown, 2076 Rockmart Highway, 770-748-3673.
Cedartown High School Baseball is on the Big Double A.
We head to the top of the 5th inning. Cedartown 1, Allatoona nothing. 1 run on 3 hits. The third hit of the game was Allred's single to lead off the inning, the bottom half of the 4th. But his courtesy runner was tagged out at second base trying to advance on the drop strikeout. And that was part of a double play, so it will be the Buccaneers to lead it off. Number 6 for them will lead off. And that is Tucker. That's fouled off for strike 1. Sorry, Sam.
That's
I keep on forgetting to push your button.
Okay. That was probably one of the strangest double plays that you'll see in that inning. 0-1 on the way, fouled straight back, 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes to count on Brooks. This is his first plate appearance here.
Perkins with 4 strikeouts, 3 walks, only allowing 1 hit.
And the 0-2 on the way. That one missed ball 1 outside. So that takes the count to 1 ball and 2 strikes. Perkins working quickly. The 1-2, that one missed upstairs, ball 2. Breaking ball that just didn't get in enough. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
It's actually fouled back. This is actually Brooks at the plate here. But he's
hitting in
Tucker.
In Tucker's spot.
And really, I think Perkins here is not quite quick pitching him, but he's trying to speed up the pace a little bit.
2-2, breaking ball lifted to the left side. It's going to be a play for Ace Allen. He'll retreat and make the grab from his spot over at third for out number 1.
Well, that was either going to be a strikeout called or a pop out.
Yeah, Perkins, he does not, quote unquote, quick pitch you, but he likes to keep the pace of play moving.
Number 19,
and when he gets in that rhythm, he does not like for a lot of time to pass. First pitch on the way in there, called strike 1 on Talon Wright, who is 0 for 1 tonight here in game 2. And see again, just working quickly. The 0-1, outside, ball 1. That'll even up the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. The 1-1 on the way, called strike 2. That one did catch the outside part of the plate.
Yes, it did.
And the 1-2 on the way, and that one is hit to the left side, and that one's going to get through. And that'll be a 1-out single for Wright, who just deposited that one right between Ace Allen and Tweet Gerald for a base hit. That'll be just the 2nd hit allowed by Perkins. We'll go back to the top of the order now to Chandler, who is 0 for 2.
Now batting number 17, Hatcher Chandler.
Now you may see things slow down just a little bit from Perkins as he'll be working from the stretch with the runner over at first. He will check the runner, comes set. Pitch on the way, they show bunt. That pitch was outside, ball 1. One ball, no strikes. Chandler, the center fielder, 0 for 2. Shows bunt, gets it off, but it's popped back and foul out of play, so that'll even up the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. We are ever so close to opening day for the Atlanta Braves. Major League Baseball opening up next week.
That's
No, not next week, the week after. 6?
I wish it was next week.
Something like that. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 on, 1 out. Pitch from Perkins. Shows bunt again. This time he gets it down, but again, it'll go foul down the third baseline this time.
Now, they're not opening the series. They're not opening the season in Japan again, are they? I don't think they are.
I hate to say this, and I know I should not. However, I do not consider that the opening of the season. Well, I don't care that the Dodgers and the whoever play in
Cubs.
Play in Tokyo at 2 a.m. I care about when the Bravos throw the first pitch. 1-2 on the way from Perkins. Cut on and missed, strike 3, and that'll be the second out of the inning. As Chandler is now 0 for 3, and that is the 5th strikeout on the night for Perkins.
Well, I think, and a great job there by Perk to get that 5th strikeout. But back to what you're talking about, for the longest time, for the Atlanta Braves have opened the season on the road. They're actually opening the season at home this year, which is great.
Playing host to the Kansas City Royals.
Odd choice for a first one.
Throw down to first, runner back safely.
Pitch was a strike.
Pitch was a strike, so the count is no balls and 1 strike on Eddings. Looks like our game changer, maybe. Okay. No, there it is. Okay.
Let's go.
Oh, the game changer called it a ball. Interesting.
It was a strike. I saw him throw the strike sign up.
Again, thrower to first back, and Light is back safely. There we go. That is correct now. But yet the Atlanta Braves will play host to the Kansas City Royals on Friday, March the 27th, with a 7:15 p.m. first pitch. Did you see the announcement about Braves TV? I'd like your thoughts on that, as that one's in there called strike 2.
I will reserve my thoughts to when we find out what streaming services they will be on.
Yeah.
If they're not on Hulu, I won't be happy.
No.
That means I'll have to pay $99 to get a subscription.
And I'm not a big fan of paying $100 to watch the Braves, even though we will do it. The 0-2 on the way. Missed outside. Allred thought about firing down to first. He popped up ready to chunk it down there, but instead put it in his pocket. So that'll take the count to 1 ball and 2 strikes. 1 on, 2 out. Pitch on the way from Perkins. Called strike 3, and that'll do it for the top of the 5th inning. The Buccaneers strand 1. We'll head to the bottom of the 5th. Dogs still lead 1-0 here at CHS. Back after this 60-second break here on the official Cedartown Bulldogs Sports Network, the Big Double A.
Looking for great deals? Stop by Livewire Surplus, located on North Main Street in Cedartown. They've got everything from tools and generators to patio furniture, lawn mowers, flooring, cleaning supplies, mini splits, and much more. Whether you're tackling a project or upgrading your space, they've got what you need. Come check them out at the store today. You'll never know what you might find. Check them out on Facebook or visit their new website, livewiresurplus.com. That's Livewire Surplus, 546 North Main Street in Cedartown, 678-861-5021. Bradford's Drug Store in Cedartown is your locally owned and operated Good Neighbor Pharmacy. Bradford's accepts most prescription plans, and remember Bradford's for all your gift and decor needs. Bradford's pharmacists take time to get to know you and answer any questions you may have. Go by and see Justin Strickland and all the folks at Bradford's, and be sure to use their convenient drive-thru. 500 North Main Street in Cedartown, 770-748-3100. Bradford's Drug, your locally owned and operated Good Neighbor Pharmacy.
Cedartown High School Baseball is on the Big Double A.
Welcome back as we head now to the bottom half of the 5th inning. Cedartown Bulldogs lead it by the slimmest of margins. 1-0 the score. Bulldogs are going to try to add to that lead here, as Timothy George, Bryant Waddell, and Ace Allen will be due up here in the home half of the 5th inning against their bullpen pitcher,
Number 15, Timothy George.
Thomas McCauley. Timothy George, who started game 1 on the mound for the Dogs, will lead off.
So it'll be 8-9-1 due up. And to answer your question, we looked at that during the break, and no, it does not look like MLB will open the season in another country this year. First pitch on the way is in there, called strike one. The official first game of the season will be on Wednesday, March the 25th, as the San Francisco Giants will play host to the New York Yankees. However, that game's going to be on Netflix at 8:05 p.m. The 0-1 on the way. Oh, and that did everything but hit George.
Thought it might have even nicked his jersey.
I thought it did. But that'll even up the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. And the 1-1, and that is lifted to the right side, and that is going to get out of play and foul. You know, we kind of were talking about it during the last inning, but about the Braves and where they were going to land as far as being on TV. And it's sad to say that 20 years ago, the Braves had basically their own network. They were on TBS every night. It didn't matter where the game was. It didn't matter what time the game started. You knew that the Braves were going to be on TBS as the 1-2 misses out of the zone and the count runs to 2-2.
Either TBS or, Sports South or one of those two.
But you knew where they were going to be. And now you have, essentially America's baseball team without a home for TV. How is that possible in 2026? The 2-2 on the way is in the dirt, bounces up there. Well, I'll tell you how it's possible. It's possible because people are crazy.
Yeah, that's it, pretty much.
I heard, and I'll tell you this, and I think that he let into a little industry secret, and I don't know if he meant to or if he did so on purpose or how many people picked up on it. But the new guy that is in charge of the PGA Tour, first the 3-2, the payoff pitch on the way. And that one is hit to center field. It's going to be a play for Chandler, who makes the running catch and gets George for out number 1. His name is Brian Rolap, and he used to be with the NFL, and he was a big guy as far as what their TV looked like. And he made the comment in an interview just the other day when they were talking about the state of the PGA Tour and where they wanted that to go. He said, you had Amazon, who paid a couple of $1 million a few years ago to have a couple of NFL games on.
Right.
Well, that tells you where their thinking is. It's all about what the networks or the platforms will pay the leagues to broadcast their game, as that first pitch to Bryant Waddell is in the dirt, ball 1. And it has absolutely zero to do with where the consumer is watching and how easy it is to broadcast that game to the masses.
Well, thank God for radio.
Thank God for radio.
Because you can listen to the Atlanta Braves every single game.
Joe Simpson, they do a fantastic job. Gentlemen, I know you're probably listening somewhere.
Sure they are, yeah.
In Florida, as you guys, of course, are working the spring training circuit so that Andrew and I could be sure that we are here to dedicate and devote ourselves to the Cedartown Bulldogs.
Yeah, sure.
Guys, hats off to you. We appreciate the hard work that you do. Keep at it, and we hope you guys have a great season.
Well, yeah, I will say this. Ben Ingram and, they're
some of the best in the business.
They are the best radio announcers in the business.
1 ball, no strike, the count on Bryant Waddell. Pitch on the way from McCulley is low, ball 2. But I think it is just a shame that we have gotten so far away. Now, let me say this. Well, I will put a disclaimer. Yeah. I know that a ton of people have gone away from traditional cable and satellite and are going to these streaming platforms.
Yeah,
I understand that.
I've done that.
They have, cut the cord, the 2-0, misses outside, ball 3.
But when you cut the cord, though, it's becoming more expensive now.
It's becoming more expensive, and instead of having just one platform, you have to have 3 to make sure that you can watch the Braves on Friday night, that you can watch, the PGA Tour on Saturday and catch the race on Sunday. It just doesn't make sense. You almost need 3 separate TVs. Waddell shows bunt, pulls it back quickly. That's in there called strike 1, and that'll take the count to 3 balls and 1 strike. NASCAR has done something very similar, except that they only do 1 or 2 races via Amazon. However, they have split their race season up into several different networks. 3-1 on the way. It misses upstairs. And that'll put Waddell at first with 1 out in the inning. So a 1-out walk puts Waddell aboard, and that'll go back to the top of the order. For instance, NASCAR started the first 3 races, I believe it was. The Daytona 500, Atlanta Motor Speedway, which is now Echo Park Speedway, and then the Circuits of America race. All 3 of those races were on Fox, and then they shifted gears and they stayed in the Fox family, but they went to FS1. And when you switch gears, it's a different setup, and it's a different, it's just a different product, and you can tell the difference. And then you have
for me,
the other series, the truck series, and then the lower series, they're on the CW network.
Well, for me,
with Dawson's Creek and
right.
Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Exactly. And Smallville.
Yeah. Ace Allen, 0 for 2 on the night, and that first pitch to him is chopped at the plate for strike 1.
The PGA Tour, to me, I think they've got it figured out. Because that's one of those things they do on network television.
Yep.
The Masters coverage on CBS is bar none the best. And NBC does a good job. Of course, Mike Tirico does everything there, and Mike Tirico does a great job. And, of course, CBS has their great crew.
Well, I mean, Jim Nance.
Jim Nance is, you think of the Masters, you think of his voice.
I have a Jim Nance story.
This is for ball 1.
And that'll even up the count at 1 ball and 1 strike as we have a quick timeout as Hope's going to go out and talk to Macaulay. So I heard the backstory to Jim Nance's signature trademark, Hello Friends. Jim Nance's dad was suffering from Alzheimer's, and he visited him. He went for a visit with his dad, and he said, Dad, I'm going to be, and he named the tournament where they were, and I can't remember. I can't recall at this moment. But he said, I'm going to be there. He said, and when I come on, he said, I'm going to look right at the camera. He said, and I'm going to say, hello, friends. He said, and I want you to know that that's me saying hello to you.
Wow.
And he did that. And it's stuck, and he's done it ever since. And he said in the interview that I heard that every time he says that, for that brief moment, throw over to first base and Bryant Waddell is back. He said every time he does that for a brief moment, he's speaking to his dad once again, who has passed on now and no longer here with us. But just a touching story.
That's some good stuff right
from
there. Good stuff.
Possibly the greatest broadcaster in history in Jim Nance. Now back to the ball game. 1 ball, 1 strike. Throw over to first. Back safely.
We are all on tangents tonight, I'm telling you. All on tangents.
Well, I have people ask me quite a bit, out of the sports you broadcast, which is your favorite? And I say, well, basketball can be my favorite because it's so fast-paced. Baseball, though, can be my favorite because we can talk about whatever we want to because it can be slow pace at times. That one is fouled back by Ace Allen, and that takes count to 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Baseball has always been my first love.
Oh, it is,
sports.
Absolutely.
And, football is fun to do, but, football, there's so much, intricate things you have to know and have to see with football. With baseball, it's just such a strategic game. There's one thing going on. It's the ball being thrown to the batter, and there's other things that happen around that. But that's the basic formula there.
Throw over to first base again, gets away from the first baseman McBurnett, but Waddell back safely.
And if you think about it, in baseball, baseball is the only sport where the offense never touches the ball. They never have the ball. It's always the defense that has the ball.
Very true. The only time the offense ever gets touched by the ball is if they're getting hit by a pitch or getting tagged out.
Yep. That's why the game of baseball is just so unique.
1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 on, 1 out. 1-2 on the way, and that is lifted to center field, and that'll be a play for Chandler, who will come in and make the running grab for out number 2. And just to recap for everybody, after our long-winded trip through lots of topics, we are in the bottom of the 5th inning. The Dogs still lead 1-0 here over the Allatoona Buccaneers, looking to pick up their second win of the night and win the series by picking up the first 2 games. We still have Game 3 looming. That will be on Thursday at Allatoona. This will bring up Tweet Gerald. First pitch on the way to him is taken in the dirt. That gets away from Hope, and that is going to move Waddell easily up to second base. That is where his speed can be really a weapon for the Dogs. And he cashes in there by moving up a base. That puts a runner in scoring position with Tweet, who is 1 for 2. He also has a run scored. Only 3 hits so far here in game 2 for the Dogs, and Tweet has one of them. Everett Perkins, the man on deck, has another. McCauley comes set. He'll check the runner at second. Now the pitch, swing and a miss. Strike 1 on Gerald.
I can smell the coffee brewing down below us.
Absolutely.
It is.
You know 2 things when that happens. It's getting late and it's getting cold.
That's right.
Coming up on the 9 o'clock hour, and we just struck 9 o'clock, top of the hour.
It's 55 degrees outside. It was 70, close to 70 when we started.
Long look at the runner. 1-1 pitch on the way. In there, called. Strike 2. A good pitch there by McCullough.
Well, you know, and as chilly as it's getting right now, it doesn't feel nearly as cold as the first game of the season did at South Paulding. I about died at that game. It was so cold.
I also think it took you a couple of weeks to recover from being out in the cold.
It did. Time called at the plate.
Yep.
Yeah, it was so cold and it was so windy, and it just was. I wasn't feeling good. It just wasn't a good
day. We did a basketball game a couple of days after that, and you were still stopped up, little hoarse, still struggling through some of that.
I mean, my lower register was approaching that of James Earl Jones.
Yes, it was. 1 ball, 2 strikes, runner at second, 2 outs. Tweet, the batter. McCauley checks the runner at second in Waddell. And the 1-2 on the way, and that's a chopper to the right side. A play from McCauley. He'll take it to first base himself, and that'll be the 3rd out of the very long bottom of the 5th inning. We'll head to the top of the 6th. Dogs still on top, but by the slimmest of margins. It's 1-0 here from CHS. We'll be back after this 60-second break here on the Cedartown Bulldogs Sports Network, the Big AA.
Hey, it's the Border Mexican Restaurant located at 718 North Main Street right here in Cedartown. They serve a wide variety of your favorite Mexican food made fresh daily. Great food, great fun. It's great for the whole family. Come see us at the Border Restaurant right here on Main Street in Cedartown, or you can call for takeout at 678-246-1031. The Border Mexican Restaurant is the best Mexican food north of the border. That's the Border Restaurant right here in Cedartown.
Cedar Valley Golf Course has been the place to play golf in Cedartown and Polk County for 100 years. Locally owned and operated since 1924, Cedar Valley Golf Course offers 18 holes of some of the most beautiful fairways and greens in the area. Cedar Valley Golf Course is a proud supporter of the Cedartown High School Bulldogs and the greater Cedartown and Polk County region. Call today for tee time, 770-748-9671. Located just south of Cedartown at 1811 Buchanan Highway. Cedartown's original golf course celebrating 100 years. Cedar Valley Golf Course.
Cedartown High School Baseball is on the Big AA.
Welcome back as we head to the top of the 6th inning. The Cedartown Bulldogs lead 1-0. The day is over for Everett Perkins, who started the game. Goes 5 innings, gives up 2 hits, no runs, 3 walks, and 6 strikeouts. While, Sam, it wasn't maybe his sharpest outing this year, it was certainly effective enough for him to keep the game scoreless, and that's all you can ask for. Great job there. And Owen Pilgrim, who appeared in game 1 of this doubleheader, only had maybe 1 inning of work, I think maybe 7 or 8 pitches. He didn't throw a lot. So he's definitely fresh to come back out there and pitch again here in this second game of the doubleheader. And we were mentioning, Sam, in the middle of the break, how the advantage kind of falls to the Bulldogs, where we were able to, because he would have started that game on Tuesday. He would not be available to pitch out of the bullpen, so not having that game earlier in the week has really helped us. Now, next week, when we have 4 games next week, that's going to really be a tough thing. We're going to have to get as much out of our starting pitchers as we can. But right now, it's going to our advantage, leading 1-0. Morgan Brooks will bat for the second time. Then Wright and Chandler will be due up here for the Dogs.
Pilgrim looks in.
Better for the Buccaneers.
First pitch is a swing and a miss, strike one. Yeah, Pilgrim with that one inning of work in game one, and you hit the nail right on the head. 7 pitches, and guess what? He was 7 for 7, all 7 of them strikes. That one is in the dirt, ball 1. That'll even up the count at 1 ball and 1 strike on Brooks.
He didn't need many pitches to finish the 7th inning.
8, 9, and 1 due up here for the Buccaneers. Brooks in just his second plate appearance, he's 0 for 1. He would pinch hit for Tucker last time through the order. That pitch misses upstairs. Ball 2. 2 balls and 1 strike on the third baseman, Brooks. 2-1, misses ball 3. So Pilgrim looking a little rusty to start things off. He'll grab a handful of dirt, rearrange the mound, and get back to work. And the 3-1 is hit to the right side. It's going to be a play for Flemister. The diving grab is made. And I believe that's actually George now that's moved over, and it is. It's George that's moved over to right field, and he made a diving grab right off of the grass for out number 1.
That was a great running grab there by Timothy George. Yeah, he has switched places. He is over in right.
Flemister has moved over to left, and you've got Waddell now in center. So your outfield rearranged, so does your infield as the first pitch is high, ball 1. Everett Perkins has moved to his spot at third. Ace Allen has moved over to his normal spot at shortstop, and Gerald has moved over to his home at second base. The 1-0, and they're called strike 1. That'll even up the count.
Yeah, your regular defense is set again.
And the 1-1 on the way. And they're called strike 2. That'll take the count to 1 ball and 2 strikes. And that is fouled over to the right side. And this is Hope, who is 0 for 1 with a walk. So it was not 8, 9, and 1 due up, even though Brooks hit in the 8th spot last time. I guess he was hitting in the 3rd spot, as Hope is the 4th man in the lineup.
Interesting.
1 ball, 2 strikes. That one misses upstairs. We need Google Maps to navigate this lineup tonight, as count now even at 2-2. And the 2-2 on the way to the backstop. That is lifted to the left side and just past Ace Allen. And so that'll be a 1-out single as Flemister is there to clean it up and get it in quickly to keep Hope to the single. So that's going to bring up Wilson, who is 0 for 1 with a walk.
That's the 3rd base hit of the day for of this game for the Buccaneers. The hit's now even at 3. The Dogs up 1-0, tying run aboard over at first.
Here in the top of the 6th, you got to keep them right where they are with only a 1-0 lead. You don't want to have to repeat the magic of game 1. That one misses low and in, ball 1. Although it was exciting and one that we will remember, we would prefer not to have to do it again. 1 ball, no strikes count. Pitch on the way. That one is upstairs. Misses ball 2 from Pilgrim. 2 balls, no strikes. And the pitch. Wow. In there, called strike 1. Wow is the word of the night.
I was about to say the comment.
I thought it was going to hit him.
I thought it was going to hit him.
I did too. 2 balls, 1 strike, 1 on, 1 out. Pitch on the way. Missed low, ball 3.
Must have made up with that call. That looked like a strike.
I did.
3-1 now the count.
Wilson in the driver's seat with the 3-1 count. And he cuts on that one and fouls it straight back, and that'll run the count full at 3 balls and 2 strikes. And I think he just missed from sending that one skyward.
Well, he did send it skyward.
Just the other way.
The other way, yeah. 3 balls and 2 strikes with Hope over at first, leading off the bag. He's going.
Payoff pitch, runner goes, and that was ball 4. And that'll put runners at first and second. And we've got a timeout called by Gavin Allred, and the veteran backstop for the Bulldogs is going to go out and have a talk with Pilgrim. And we've got Coach Brett Lane coming out to give the umpire a couple of baseballs, and that might do it for Pilgrim.
We'll see. I mean, he's going out there to talk to him, and I think right now they're just going to try to calm him down a little bit. He just got a little pat on his chest, and Coach Lane back to the dugout, so it looks like he's going to stay out there.
And they're making some modifications to that mound just in front of the rubber. Of course, every pitcher has kind of their own little way that they like to toe the rubber and where they like to toe the rubber. And I think Owen, maybe just because of where his landing is and his setup is on the rubber, maybe it's
well, and he also was kind of messing with it earlier in this inning too.
So runners at first and second with 1 out, and that is going to bring up McBurnett. That one got away from Allred for a moment, but he was able to keep it in front of him. And that'll take the count to 1 ball and no strikes.
Well, the good news is, even though you got the tying run at second, you're a ground ball away from getting out of this inning with 1 out.
Absolutely, you are.
We'll see if Pilgrim can induce a double play.
1-0 on the way upstairs. Ball 2.
Got to throw a strike first.
He is struggling here in the top of the 6th inning as Pilgrim.
Let's go.
Hope is the tying run at second. Wilson is at first for the Buccaneers.
And the 2-0 on the way. In there, called. Strike 1. 2-1 the count. A good battle back pitch by Cedartown's Owen Pilgrim. Pilgrim from the stretch checks the runner. Pitch on the way, and that one's lifted to the left side and through, and that's going to tie it. The runner will come from third and score easily, and we're tied up here on the top of the 6th at 1 each. And the Bucks are just going to play it station to station. Wilson will move up to second, and McBurnett with the RBI single. He'll be over at first base, and that'll bring up Alley, who is 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. We need a third one in the worst kind of way here.
2 on 1 out, and a run is in.
Pilgrim again from the stretch. We'll check the runner at second. Pitch on the way. That one's fouled back. And Pilgrim's ahead in the count. 2 balls and 1 strike. Again, the Dogs will return to action on Tuesday here at CHS as we will play host to the Cass Colonels. 5:30 first pitch right here on the Big AA. 0-1, lifted to the right side, out of play and foul. And that'll take the count to 0 balls and 2 strikes on the shortstop, Buccaneer Alley. Pilgrim comes set. Checks the runner. The 0-2 on the way. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. And that is a big second out of the inning. And Alley is now 0 for 3, and that third strikeout does come to fruition.
Well, I'm telling you what, that was a humongous strikeout there with the go-ahead run at second base, able to get the second out. And now it will be Tucker. Tucker is 1 for 1. He's got one of the 4 hits of the day for the Buccaneers of this ball game.
But he did not bat in his last time through the rotation, so took a series off. They throw out to second, and it gets away. But everybody's going to stay put.
Yes, because, and you can say, and it was because Bryant Waddell was right there to get the ricochet off of the glove of Tweet Gerald, and what could have been a disastrous error for the Bulldogs ends up being fortunate as it doesn't get far enough away for the runner to advance. You don't want to get the third out if you're the Buccaneers on the base pads like that.
First pitch.
A little low, I guess.
Tucker just missed. Yeah, ball one. I agree. He wanted to call it. We wanted him to call it. Quick timeout as Tucker will chat with the third base coach for Allatoona. This game going much slower, it feels like, than game one. Game one was right at 2 hours, actually just a little less than 2 hours, I believe. It was a 5 o'clock start, and I think we wrapped up at 6:55. This game, however, is rapidly approaching the 2 hour mark. 9:15 here in the East. First pitch in there, called strike one. Just wanted clarification for all of our West Coast listeners. No balls, one strike. Pitch on the way. Cut on, but foul down the third base line, and that would have given the Bucs the lead had that one been able to find its way into fair territory. But thankfully for the Dogs, it took a left turn just a few feet before third base. So the count now, no balls and 2 strikes. 2 on, 2 out. 1 run already across. The 0-2 on the way, fouled straight back. And that'll keep the count exactly where it is. Sam Branch alongside Andrew Carter here on the Big AA, Cedartown Bulldogs Sports Network. Game 2 of the doubleheader. The 0-2 on the way. Breaking ball, strike 3 on the inside part of the plate. And the Bucs score 1, but strand 2, and Pilgrim pitches out of a jam. We'll go to the bottom of the 6th. We're all tied up at 1. We'll be back after this 60-second break here on the Big AA.
Cedartown Automotive is your one-stop for all your automotive needs. For oil changes, new tires, or tire repair, brake work, tune-ups, air conditioner service, or repair, think of Cedartown Automotive. Cedartown Automotive is a longtime supporter of Cedartown High School athletics here on WGAA. Cedartown Automotive on East Avenue in Cedartown. Give them a call today at 770-749-5040 or stop by their beautiful location for fast and friendly service. And all the folks at Cedartown Automotive say, go Dogs!
Looking for a good used vehicle? Don't go out of town. Come see the folks at Dingler Motor Company, 526 North Main Street. Bad credit, no problem. Dingler Motor Company can get you back on the road in no time with their in-house financing. Top quality pre-owned late model cars, trucks, and SUVs. Stop by and check out their wide selection at 526 North Main Street across from Livewire Surplus. Call them at 770-748-0906. Search them on Facebook at Dingler Motor Co. That's Dingler Motor Company.
Cedartown High School baseball is on the Big AA.
Welcome back as we head now to the bottom half of the 6th inning. The Buccaneers scored their first run of this game, and they tied up 1-1. Sam Branch and Andrew Carter with you here from the Dog Pound as Cedartown will try to get the lead back, and Everett Perkins, who was the starting pitcher, will lead things off for the Bulldogs here in the home half of the 6th inning. Perkins is 1 for 2 on the day. Dalen Holiday 0 for 2, and Gavin Allred, who's 1 for 1. So it's the heart of the Bulldog order, Sam.
Yeah, this is exactly what you want to be bringing to the plate at this time of the game. Bottom of the 6th, all knotted up at 1. Cedartown 1 run on 3 hits, no errors. The Buccaneers 1 run, 4 hits, 2 errors so far. We're ready to go to work. First pitch on the way from McCulley to Perkins. Misses low, ball 1. One ball, no strikes, the count. McCulley, pitch to Perkins, in there, called strike 1. Good pitch there across the heart of the plate from McCulley. Evens up the count at 1-1. Long look into Hope, and the 1-1. Cut on and miss from Perkins. And now Everett's got to protect here at the plate as he's behind in the count. 1 ball and 2 strikes. And the 1-2 on the way. That one is in the dirt. And that'll even up the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. The catcher wants an appeal down to first base from the umpire, and I'm not sure why. But it was a no-go from Perkins, so the count will stay 2-2. Again, McCauley, long look into Hope. Hope gets the sign from the dugout and relays it, and he's ready to go. Pitch on the way, cut on and missed. Actually, it was foul tipped into the catcher's mitt. And that'll be strike number 3 and out number 1 for the Dogs as Perkins is down on strikes. And that'll bring up Dayton Holiday. Day is 0 for 2 tonight with a strikeout. And this kid is due for his first hit here in game 2. McCauley comes set, looks in, and the pitch on the way to Holiday, and that one ran him inside, but he cut on and was able to foul it back, get just enough of it. Count goes to 0-1.
Let's go, Daddy!
Holiday getting some encouragement from the dugout. McCauley comes set. And the 0-1 on the way, and that is cut on, hit to the right side. It's going to be booted off of the glove of McBurnett, and Holiday is going to be aboard. We'll wait to see how they score it, but either way, Day gets on safely. That was a sharp hit ball down the right side, and it was just booted off the glove of McBurnett. And we're going to have a pinch runner, and they will say that Holiday has reached on the error, so that'll give the 3rd error of the night to this Allatoona defense. Keegan Bozeman is going to enter the game as the pinch runner for Holiday. So Bozeman with some speed out at first base. And that's going to bring out Gavin Allred. Allred is 1 for 1 with a walk. Climbs into the batter's box and ready to go to work. Dogs need to try to pick up a run here. You want to go to the 7th with the lead. First pitch on the way from McCauley is outside, ball 1. One ball, no strikes. 1 on, 1 out. McCauley from the stretch. And the pitch. Low, ball 2. The Buccaneer faithful expressing their concern with the strike zone location, but to no avail. Time called by Allred, and he'll step out. Two balls, no strikes. Bozeman, the runner over at first. McCauley the pitch, cut on and missed. Strike 1, and that's 2 balls and 1 strike. Now the count on Gavin Allred. The 2-1 on the way, misses way upstairs, and the count's now 3 balls and 1 strike. You'd love a walk here for Allred. Get him aboard any way you can. That would put 2 on with just 1 out and Flemister waiting on deck for the Dogs. 3 balls, 1 strike. Pitch on the way, cut on and miss, and that's going to run the count full, and we've got a payoff pitch coming up from McCauley. Allred with a full count. Bozeman takes his lead at first. McCauley comes set. The payoff pitch on the way, swing and a miss, and Allred is down on strikes for the second out of the inning. So that'll be all up to B.J. Flemister if we want to keep this bottom of the 6th rolling. The Dogs won it in the bottom of the 7th in game 1. We might be looking forward to that again.
That was just a humongous strikeout there.
Just a
by
big
McCauley.
out. So Flemister climbs in the box. He's ready to go to work. Bozeman again with his lead at first. First pitch on the way, swing and a miss by Flemister.
McCauley is just
he's
really throwing it hard.
Well, and he's come in and done exactly what they needed him to do.
Absolutely.
The 0-1 misses outside. That'll even up the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. Through 2 2/3, he's given up just 1 hit, and he's recorded 3 strikeouts against this Bulldog offense. He's got an even count at 1-1 against Flemister, the left fielder. Time called by BJ, and he will step out. You know, I thought about this when Allred called time, and I thought about it again there. It almost feels like the tone of this game between the umpire and the Allatoona side was set when Eddings called that timeout and then didn't step out of the box and swung at that pitch. That one misses low, ball 2, and the count's now 2 balls and 1 strike.
Although it seems like it's calmed down a little bit in the last couple of innings.
But it definitely went downhill from there
for sure
and then kind of plateaued.
Yeah, it did.
Thankfully. 2 balls, 1 strike. The count against Flemister. Throw over to first, but Keegan back easily.
Pretty close play, though.
He got in there. Got a little dirty. Mama's going to have to wash the uniform now. Keegan's mom and dad helping with the concession stand downstairs. Big shout out to them and their entire crew. Keeping the good eats alive here at CHS. That pitch in there on the inside part of the plate called strike 2, and that'll even up the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes.
A couple of fine class of 04 classmates
there
down
you
there.
go. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 on, 2 out. And the 2-2 on the way. Swing and a miss, and that'll do it. The Dogs are down here in the bottom of the 6th inning. We'll go to the top of the 7th. Last chance for the Bucks to take a lead in regular innings without stretching it to extra baseball. We'll try to keep them right where they are. We'll be back after this 60-second break here on the Cedartown Bulldogs Sports Network, the Big AA.
There's nothing quite like the indoor comfort of a Daikin HVAC system. And not everyone can deliver the HVAC expertise and service quite like us, your local Daikin Comfort Pro. We're committed to your heating and cooling needs, whether you're looking for a system checkup or a replacement that fits your lifestyle and budget. Call us, your local Daikin Comfort Pro, today.
Call MasterTech Heating and Air at 770-748-6965 or visit us online at mymastertech.com, and go Dogs.
Rocky and Patty Tillery, 2 Cedartown High School graduates, and they stayed right here in the county and went into business. They employ right at 100 people, and they've been doing that for a long time. Most of their work is from out of the county, but they want to push our youngsters here, no matter what they're doing, Little League, Pony League, high school baseball, basketball, football, and soccer, and that's Polk County Public Service. They appreciate serving you.
Cedartown High School Baseball is on the Big AA.
Welcome back as we head to the top of the 7th inning.
Number 16, Daniel George.
Daniel George will take over for the Bulldogs here in the top of the 7th inning. Owen Pilgrim goes 1 inning, 2 hits allowed, 1 run. It was an earned run, 1 walk and 2 strikeouts. So it will be the job of the young George to keep the game where it is, Sam, and let the Dogs' magic happen at the bottom of the 7th inning. And he's certainly able to do it. And you said, you know, I agree with you. You mentioned this in between innings. I like this kid. This is a great kid who has really come aboard and throws left. I mean, he's got that looping breaking ball from the left side. He's just such a fun person to watch.
George the younger. I said during the break he was 5'2", 98 pounds, soaking wet, and ice in his veins. I like him. First pitch on the way, misses just high and away. Ball 1. Got a lot of moxie about him.
And that's a word.
It is. 1-0 on the way. That one misses. Ball 2. Allatoona 1, Cedartown 1. Top of the 7th inning. The Dogs trying to hold the Bucks so we can win it again in the bottom of the 7th, just like we did in game 1. Just missed high, ball 3. Went something off speed there. And just had it elevated. 3-0 on the way from George. Strike 1. George the look in. Gets the sign from Allred. And the 3-1. That one missed upstairs, and that'll be ball 4, and that'll be a leadoff walk to right. We'll go back to the top of the order now to Chandler. Chandler is 0 for 3 with a strikeout. Allatoona with the go-ahead run now at first base. So Hatcher Chandler will climb into the box. George working from the stretch, pitch on the way. They show bunt, and it is foul down the first base side. Strike 1. George again, the look in, gets the sign. Checks the runner, comes set, throw over to first, back safely. Just wants to make sure Wright doesn't get too adventurous over at first base. And the pitch, they show bunt again, and it's skied high, and Allred, for the second time tonight, collects it in foul territory for out number 1.
That was a great catch there. A hard catch to make, too. He had to jump out of his stance. He kind of tracked that ball down immediately, threw his mask off, was right there to make a little basket catch in front of him. One gone, a big first out here in the inning.
That's the second time Gavin's done that tonight.
Yeah, he's done a great job.
So this will bring up Eddings, who is 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts. First pitch on the way to him, called strike 1. The Bucks, 8 strikeouts here in game 2. Eddings, like I said, has 2 of those. The 0-1 on the way from George. Misses high and away, ball 1. That'll even up the count at 1 ball and 1 strike.
Let's go, Nick.
Holiday over at first, holding the bag, playing to keep the runner on, and they will throw over, and he's back safely. Again, just to make sure that Wright doesn't get too comfortable over there. Pitch on the way from George. That one is hit skyward. Will it stay? No. It'll get out of play. That's fouled back for strike 2. That'll take the count to 1 ball and 2 strikes on the Allatoona second baseman. George looks in, comes set. We'll check the runner. Pitch on the way. Missed, ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Allred immediately up out of his stance. And the stare down to first. But right, back with no throw. So the count is even, 2 balls, 2 strikes. And the pitch. Cut on and miss, strike 3. And that's the second out of the inning. That is the first strikeout for George and the 9th here in game 2 for this Buccaneers lineup.
Couldn't have come at a better time for Daniel there, throwing that strike out there to get Eddings. But he's got a tough customer here in Slayton, Carter Slayton. Sorry, this is a different one. This is Brooks who's batting now. Morgan Brooks is 0 for 2.
First pitch on the way to Brooks is taken outside, ball 1. A chilly Friday night it has turned into here at CHS. Bulldog baseball here on the Big AA. 1 ball, no strikes. Pitch on the way. That one's hit up the middle. It's going to be a play for Tweet. He'll gather, go to second, and they'll go the quick way. And that'll do it for the top of the 7th. The Dogs and Daniel George keep him exactly where they want him. We are all tied up at 1 each. Can the Bulldogs do it again in the bottom of the 7th? Stick around and find out. We'll be back after this 60-second break here on the Cedartown Bulldogs Sports Network, the Big AA.
Are you ready for steel? Equipment, that is. At Croker's Hardware in Cedartown, we've got all the steel equipment. Blowers and shredder vacs, chainsaws, augers and drills, trimmers and brush cutters. We're very proud to be a retailer for the steel product line. As an independent dealer, we can provide many services that the big box chain stores just can't match. Our friendly and knowledgeable staff is always ready to help you select the equipment that meets your specific needs. So call Croker's for a steel today. That's 770-748-4842 to learn more about steel in Cedartown.
Coverage of Cedartown High School Bulldogs baseball on the Big AA is brought to you in part by Republican State Representative Trey Kelly of Cedartown.
This is Representative Trey Kelly. I want to wish all the players and coaches a safe and successful season. You've worked hard to represent us on the field, and I'm proud to represent you in the Georgia House of Representatives. Again, this is Representative Trey Kelly, and I want to thank you for listening to the Big AA. Go Dogs!
This announcement paid for by State Representative Trey Kelly, kellyforhouse.com.
Cedartown High School baseball is on the Big AA.
Well, we've heard this song before. Bottom of the 7th inning, Cedartown, instead of trailing, it's tied here in this one, 1-1. So the Dogs are going to try to get things going here in the 7th inning. It's a 1-1 tie, trying to win the series if they can walk it off here in the 7th inning. We're going to see for the Bulldogs, number 16 to lead it off. It's going to be Timothy George. Oh, wait a minute. Daniel George is going to bat. He's going to bat for himself. He was going to bat in Pilgrim's spot. Then Timothy George, his brother, would follow, and then Bryant Waddell.
Number 16, Daniel George.
Daniel George, Sam, might throw left, but he bats right.
I'm telling you, George the Younger just keeps getting more and more interesting the more we know about it.
Chance for him to help himself here as we lead off the bottom half of the 7th inning, tied 1-1.
First pitch is grounded foul to the first base dugout, where it will be collected by a Buccaneer. And George is behind the count, no balls and 1 strike. McCulley still on the mound for Allatoona here in relief. And the pitch on the way to George. Called, strike 2. Don't see George with a bat in his hand a lot. So you give him one here in a clutch situation. Bottom of the 7th, all tied up at 1 each. The 0-2 on the way. That one misses, ball 1. Good eye there by Daniel.
Tommy, it's a good pitch right there.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Daniel George, the closer, at the plate. And the pitch. Called strike 3. That'll be the first out of the inning. The Dogs down to their final 2 outs, and that's going to bring up George the elder. And he'll come to the plate with the bases empty and 1 out.
Timothy George.
So Timothy climbs in the batter's box. He is 0 for 2 on the night. And the first pitch on the way to him. Cut on and missed, strike 1.
Timothy George, you might recall, in the Woodland Series, had a home run, his first ever home run as a varsity player. Let's see if he gets a chance here. That would be a memorable home run for sure.
The 0-1 lifted back out of play behind us, foul. And so that'll take the count to no balls and 2 strikes. Look in by McCulley. Hope with the sign. And the pitch on the way in there called strike 3.
Yeah, he knew it immediately.
Yep, and Timothy George is down on strikes, and that'll be the second out of the inning. And it's all going to be up to Bryant Waddell. Can Bryant get aboard here for the Dogs?
Do we avoid extra innings here? 1-1 tie, 2 outs, bottom of the 7th inning. Can we flip the lineup back to the top of the order?
First pitch on the way to Waddell. Missed low, ball 1.
Not by much.
No, not at all. And Hope did everything he could to snap that one up and get the call. One ball, no strikes, the call. Or the count, I should say. Pitch on the way. That one does miss in the dirt, ball 2.
A walk is as good as a hit, as far as I'm concerned.
Absolutely it is.
He does have a walk on his card, including also has a strikeout. He's ahead in the count, 2-0.
McCulley comes set, and the pitch on the way. Strike 1. I think he was taken all the way there.
I think so.
2 balls, 1 strike to count on the Dogs' center fielder. And the 2-1 cut on and fouled straight back. And so now the count even, and the Dogs down to their final strike. 2 balls, 2 strikes, nobody on, 2 out. Bottom of the 7th inning. It's a 1-1 tie. The look in by McCulley. And the pitch. That one bounces up there. And that's going to run the count full at 3 balls and 2 strikes.
Hey, come on, let's go. Blow your neck right here, T-Mac. Let's go, baby. Let's go.
So Waddell will stand in with the count full and a payoff pitch on the way. McCulley comes set. The 3-2. Swung on and missed. And we'll go to extra innings. 3 baseball here on the Big AA. We'll be back after this 60-second break here on the Cedartown Bulldogs Sports Network.
Make the right play. Go to Peach State Ford in Cedartown today.
Rush to Peach State Ford in Cedartown. Peach State Ford has a championship lineup of new and pre-owned vehicles. Peach State Ford is now open in your backyard.
Peach State Ford is proud to be part of your local community. Whether you're waiting for your vehicle to get serviced, picking up a part for your vehicle, or stopping by to check out a new vehicle for yourself, Peach State Ford offers a wide range of amenities to enhance your experience. Peach State Ford in Cedartown, 2076 Rockmart Highway, 770-748-3673. Looking for great deals? Stop by Live Wire Surplus, located on North Main Street in Cedartown. They've got everything from tools and generators to patio furniture, lawn mowers, flooring, cleaning supplies, mini splits, and much more. Whether you're tackling a project or upgrading your space, they've got what you need. Come check them out at the store today. You'll never know what you might find. Check them out on Facebook or visit their new website, livewiresurplus.com. That's Livewire Surplus, 546 North Main Street in Cedartown, 678-861-5021.
Cedartown High School Baseball is on the Big AA.
Well, we had extra innings here at the Dog Pound, top of the 8th, 1-1 tie, 1 run, 4 hits, 3 errors for Allatoona. For the Dogs, 1 run on 3 hits and no errors, and Daniel George will continue his work on the mound, trying to hold it right here and hope for a rally in the bottom of the 8th inning. He's continuing his warm-up tosses. The Dogs, as we mentioned before, won in a walk-off in the bottom of the 7th inning in Game 1, a walk-off 2-run homer by Ace Allen. The Dogs with only 3 hits in this game. We had precious few hits in the first game as well, but they were hits that counted. Before it goes down to second base, we're ready to go here in the 8th inning. It'll be Hope, Wilson, and McBurnett due up for the Bucks, and they've got Hope with a 1-2 mark on the day. Wilson 0 for 1, and McBurnett 1 for 3 with a run batted in.
Now batting number 20, Parker Hope.
So Hope will lead things off. As you said, Andrew, 1 and 2. He scored the only run for Allatoona here in Game 2 with McBurnett in the hole with the only RBI. First pitch from George missed out of the zone. 1 ball, no strikes to start things off. George comes set, and the 1-0 on the way. Chopper back to the mound. George will field. He will underhand to first for the first out of the 8th inning. So Hope is retired, and that will bring up Wilson.
Now batting number 44, Carter Wilson.
Wilson has walked twice. 0 for 1. As you said.
First pitch on the way from George to the DH. Called strike 1.
This game is an extra innings, but it's only 2 hours and 20 minutes into the game. So it's been a pretty relatively short game. Low-scoring games usually are that way.
0-1 on the way, inside. And Wilson said
Wilson
that
thought it hit him, and the home plate umpire said it did not.
So that'll even up the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. And the 1-1 on the way. And that one will hit him. Right between the numbers.
So Daniel's just got to shake that off and move on from that. That's just one of those things that happens. But that's going to put the go-ahead run aboard, as you mentioned, as Wilson gets a free pass for the 3rd time in this ball game. This time by a hit by pitch, and Jackson McBurnett, who is 1 for 3 with a run batted in, will be the batter. So dangerous situation here for George and the Dogs. Top of the 8th, 1 gone, a runner on, 1-1 tie.
George comes set. We'll check the runner at first, and the pitch is on the way, and that one misses upstairs, ball 1. How much leeway do you give George here in the top of the 8th?
Well, I'm like, who else are you going to go to? That's my question.
George comes set, pitch on the way. That one misses ball 2. You could go to Tweet. You could go to Ace Allen.
Ace Allen is a possibility. You could also use Gavin Allred if you needed to.
Yep. So you have some options. But you want George to be able to close this one out. That pitch in there called strike 1, and that'll take the count to 2 balls and 1 strike on McBurnett, the first baseman.
Come on, Jackson, you got it. Come on.
2-1 the count.
Take a ground ball to an infielder.
Yep, because Wilson is not getting a very big lead over at first base at all.
I'm not sure if he's the fleetest of feet anyway.
Yeah, especially being a DH, and
He's just a big guy.
A big guy.
Just big in stature.
But there he goes.
Hit and run.
It's foul, though. And that's going to get down over beyond first base in foul territory. The hit and run was on. But that'll even up the count with the foul ball at 2 balls and 2 strikes. I would love a ground ball here. If we could turn a 6-4-3, get a sharp one hit to ace, that would be lovely.
Or 4-6, whichever.
Or 4-6.
Whichever would work.
2-2 on the way, misses upstairs. That'll run the count full at 3 balls and 2 strikes, and George has got to throw a strike here. You do not want to walk McBurnett and put runners at first and second. Throw over to first, and he is back easily. I think maybe just in case Allatoona was considering putting that hit and run on again. Trying to keep Wilson as close as he can. The payoff pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. McBurnett. He went chasing as George climbed the ladder. And he came up empty, and that's the second out of the inning, and that is a huge strikeout. Second one of the night for George.
I mean, that was clutch, ice water in your veins kind of strikeout. Allie, the batter, 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts.
First pitch to him, misses out of the zone, ball 1. Yeah, Allie has not had a good night at the plate.
But listen, those are the ones that can hurt you the worst.
Well, because he could redeem all of that right here. The 1-0, high, ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike. Or excuse me, 2 balls, no strikes. 1 on, 2 out. We're still at a 1-1 tie here in the top of the 8th inning. The 2-0 on the way from George. Called strike 1. Again, another bounce back pitch there from Daniel George. And the 2-1. That one misses high and away, ball 3. So the count now 3 balls and 1 strike.
Let's go, Smalley. Let's go, Smalley.
Allie is 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts. The 3-1 on the way, and he just got a 2-out walk as that one missed high and maybe a little inside as well. But that'll put runners at first and second. And now that's going to bring up Tucker, the third baseman, who is 1 for 1.
Number 6, Carter Tucker.
The good thing is, well, I said good thing, but not good thing, because here they go. They are going to do exactly what I didn't want them to do. They're going to pinch run for the DH, Carter Wilson. What I was about to say before they made that move, Andrew, was the good news is, even if it's a base hit, you've got the slower runner at second, you can hold them. But they're going to work around that, and they're going to put a pinch runner out there.
Is that 3 out there?
That is number 3 for the Bucs.
That's Cohen Bohannon, who is listed as a pitcher. They got a lot of pitchers on their roster. He's listed as a pitcher, so he's out there to run. He's the go-ahead run for the Bucs.
They also got a lot of kids on their roster.
Yeah, a lot of kids.
And a lot of coaches. But at this rate, they need all the coaches they can get. First pitch on the way. That one just missed, ball 1.
Now that they've lost 1, maybe 2.
Base hit, you're back there helping.
But that was ancient history. Here we are in late innings.
That was an hour and a half ago.
I know.
1 ball, no strikes. Pitch on the way, miss upstairs, 2-0.
And Coach Lane calls time, and he's going to head out there and talk to Daniel, and the entire infield will join.
2 on, 2 out. George is behind in the count, 2-0. And you just have to get through this inning and get this kid out. And I tell you what, Coach Lane, who is always, as you said, pretty even keel, showing a little emotion and animation out there during that meeting. Mark of a good coach, though, is he knows how to communicate to get through to the kids. And some kids, you got to be one way with them, and other kids, you got to maybe be a little bit different.
Right.
Different approach. 2 on, 2 out. 2-0 the count. Pitch on the way from George. That one is lifted to the right side. It should be a play for Holiday, who makes the basket running catch. And that'll keep us tied for out number 3 as we will go to the bottom of the 8th. Day-Day Holiday with the play of the game so far for the Dogs. Let's take a 60-second break and see if we can't come back and win this one. We'll be back right here on the Cedartown Bulldogs Sports Network, the Big Double A.
Bradford's Drug Store in Cedartown is your locally owned and operated Good Neighbor Pharmacy. Bradford's accepts most prescription plans, and remember Bradford's for all your gift and decor needs. Bradford's pharmacists take time to get to know you and answer any questions you may have. Go by and see Justin Strickland and all the folks at Bradford's, and be sure to use their convenient drive-thru. 500 North Main Street in Cedartown, 770-748-3100. Bradford's Drug, your locally owned and operated Good Neighbor Pharmacy.
Hey, it's the Border Mexican Restaurant located at 718 North Main Street right here in Cedartown. They serve a wide variety of your favorite Mexican food made fresh daily. Great food, great fun. It's great for the whole family. Come see us at the Border Restaurant right here on Main Street in Cedartown. Or you can call for takeout at 678-246-1031. The Border Mexican Restaurant is the best Mexican food north of the border. That's the Border Restaurant right here in Cedartown.
Cedartown High School baseball is on the Big Double A.
Dalen Holiday made a great play to save to at least save things for now. In the top of the 8th inning, the Cedartown Bulldogs will bring Ace Allen to the plate here in the bottom half, as we are tied 1-1 with the Buccaneers. I think we also have a new pitcher on the mound. Thomas McCauley's still out there, number 11.
McCauley's still slinging it out there for the Bucks. So far, McCauley has worked 4 innings, giving up just 1 hit, 1 walk, and he's recorded 7 strikeouts. He has now gone further into this game than the starter did, who was Slayton, who only went 3 innings and gave up 1 run, which was not earned, 2 hits, 1 walk, and 4 strikeouts. The Dogs have struck out 11 times tonight. The Buccaneers have struck out 10. Everett Perkins would start this game for the Dogs, go 5 innings, giving up 2 hits, 3 walks, 6 strikeouts. Owen Pilgrim, an inning of work, gave up a single earned run, 2 hits, 1 walk, 2 strikeouts. George so far, 2 innings of work, 2 walks, 2 strikeouts. Top of the order, the hero of Game 1 is Ace Allen. He is 0 for 3, though, here in Game 2. If anybody is due, it's the man at the plate. First pitch on the way, 2. Cut on a miss, strike 1. Allen with that massive 2-run walk-off home run in Game 1 in the bottom of the 7th. Can he do it again here in the bottom of the 8th and send us home with a win? Pitch 2 is inside. Ball 1, and the count is even at 1 ball and 1 strike. Again, it appears some the Allatoona faithful expressing their displeasure with the man behind the plate. The 1-1 is lifted and drilled to center field, and that's going to get down, and the Dogs have a base runner. And now we'll see how aggressive we'll be on the base pads with the speed of Ace Allen. We know he's a threat. The last thing you want to do, though, is get thrown out with nobody out.
Number 2, Owen Gerald.
Tweet Gerald 1 for 3, a run scored. The only run scored for the Dogs. He comes to the plate here in the bottom of the 8th with 1 on and 1 out. Or excuse me, 1 on, nobody out. McCauley works from the stretch. It's the sign from Hope. Pitch on the way, and they're called strike 1 to Tweet. Ace getting about his standard lead, it looks like, over at first. Throw over to first, and Allen is back safely. Had to dive in there, but no harm, no foul. Again, Allen will take his lead at first. McCauley will check the runner. Comes set. The 0-1 on the way. We show bunt. We bring it back. The pitch was outside, so that'll even up the count at 1 ball and 1 strike as Allen had to hustle back to first. Hope again popped up. Looked like he was going to throw down. It is 1-1, 1 ball, 1 strike. And again, the Allatoona dugout is confused. McCauley comes set. And the 1-1. Bunt, but it is fouled at the plate. So Cedartown trying to play small ball, station to station here. But the bunt attempt by Gerald found its way into foul territory, so it's 1 ball and 2 strikes now. Again, McCauley looks in, gets the sign from Hope. Ace Allen, your runner at first. Owen Tweet Gerald at the plate. The throw over to first, and Ace again back safely. Had to get dirty once more, but was able to beat the throw over. McCauley with a good pickoff move. Ace also with a pretty decent lead over at first. He'll shorten it up a little this time. At least the primary lead he does. The 1-2 on the way. Runner goes. Hit and run up the middle. Everybody, no, they do get Tweet, but Ace Allen is going to take off for third, and he's in there safely.
What incredible base running by Ace Allen.
I thought for a moment Tweet was going to beat it out, but Ace just off to the races. He was easily at second safely and then made the big turn and went to third. And now we've got time, and the umpires are going to get together and talk about it. I have no idea what that was about. It was a very short conversation. And they are going to intentionally walk Everett Perkins.
Make him pay.
So
make him pay, Day-Day. Make him pay.
Perkins will head down to first, and the Dogs are going to have runners at the corners and the big bat of Day-Day Holiday. Holiday is 0 for 3 with a strikeout and is a swing away from winning it. I'd love to see this kid.
I'd love to see it.
Put this ball in play and send us home. There's a lot of good kids on this Cedartown team, and Holiday is absolutely at the top of that list. The infield will play in on the grass. First pitch on the way from Holiday, or to Holiday, misses low, ball 1. Ace Allen with plenty of speed over at third. Anything through the infield will easily score Allen. The 1-0 on the way. There goes Perkins. But that doesn't matter.
Yeah, the only run that matters.
The only run that matters is standing at third base in the form of double off. The hero of game 1.
2 balls and no strikes.
We've got a chance for another hero here. Bottom of the 8th inning. Still tied up at 1. The 2-0. On the way to Holiday. And he hits it foul back behind us. And that'll take the count to 2 balls and 1 strike. The Dogs would strike for their only run all the way back in the 3rd inning. The Bucks would strike for a single run in the top of the 6th. And that's how we found ourselves here to the bottom of the 8th. 2 balls, 1 strike. The pitch to Holiday. Lifted again to the left side and out of play once more as that one was foul, and that'll even up the count at 2-2. Two on, 1 out. 2 balls, 2 strikes the count on Cedartown's first baseman, Holiday. McCauley again, the look in, gets the sign from Hope. And the pitch. And he went after one in the dirt, and that is strike 3 and out number 2, and it's going to be all up to Gavin Allred. The Bulldog backstop is 1 for 2 with a strikeout and a walk on the night.
Now batting number 3, Gavin Allred.
And I think, Andrew, if the Dogs want to win it, I think you got to do it here. I don't like our chances going to the 9th.
I'm surprised they're not walking him.
The first, yeah, I agree. That puts a play at any base there. Plus, he's got a hit. And the pitch, swing and a miss. Strike 1.
Yeah, I'm really surprised they're not walking him just because.
Just to get the Flemisters.
Well, get the Flemisters 0 for 3, and you know Allred can smack it. I mean, Flemister can too, but you have to look at your chances here and look at what these guys have done. I'm really shocked with first base open. They're not. And anyway, he may not throw him anything to hit here either. Because, like you said, the only runner that matters is at third base. Ace Allen got over there not only with his bat getting aboard on a single, but moving over 2 bases on a ground ball. No balls and a strike with 2 outs in the bottom of the 8th inning, tied 1-1. The winning run at third base, 90 feet away.
The look in by McCauley. Gets the sign from Hope. The 0-1 on the way. High and away, ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Allen will take his lead at third. And they'll step off, and Hope will go out to talk to McCauley. The Bulldog organist is cranking things up here on a Friday night at 7 minutes past 10 here in the East. For those of you that are still with us, we appreciate you sticking with us during a little late night baseball here on the Big Double A. This has already been a heck of a season for the Dogs, and this series is matching up with what we've seen so far. The 1-1 on the way. That one is high, ball 2.
If they get to ball 3 on him, I would not be shocked if they just walked him.
Yeah, I think this is your pitch here if you're McCauley. You either get a strike here, or you might just go ahead, like you said, Andrew, and cut your losses and put him at first. but we'll wait and see. The 2-1 on the way. Called strike 2.
That might have been his best pitch of the entire bat.
Yep.
So throw that out the window.
Now you got to do something here. Deuces are wild. 2 on, 2 out. 2-2 the count. McCauley looks in. The 2-2 on the way. Swing and a miss. They'll tag him as they drop strike 3. And the Dogs strand him at second and third, and we've got to go to the 9th. We'll be back after this 60-second break here on the Cedartown Bulldogs Sports Network, the Big AA.
Cedar Valley Golf Course has been the place to play golf in Cedartown and Polk County for 100 years. Locally owned and operated since 1924, Cedar Valley Golf Course offers 18 holes of some of the most beautiful fairways and greens in the area. Cedar Valley Golf Course is a proud supporter of the Cedartown High School Bulldogs and the greater Cedartown and Polk County region. Call today for tee time, 770-748-9671. Located just south of Cedartown at 1811 Buchanan Highway. Cedartown's original golf course, celebrating 100 years. Cedar Valley Golf Course.
Cedartown Automotive is your one-stop for all your automotive needs. For oil changes, new tires, or tire repair, brake work, tune-ups, air conditioner service, or repair, think of Cedartown Automotive. Cedartown Automotive is a longtime supporter of Cedartown High School athletics here on WGAA. Cedartown Automotive on East Avenue in Cedartown. Give them a call today at 770-749-5040 or stop by their beautiful location for fast and friendly service. And all the folks at Cedartown Automotive say, go Dogs!
Cedartown High School Baseball is on the Big AA.
The game continues as we head to the top of the 9th inning. 1 run, 4 hits, 3 errors for the Allatoona Buccaneers. 1 run, 4 hits, no errors for the Bulldogs. The last time anybody scored was in the top of the 6th inning when the Buccaneers tied it up. And Sam, we're going to hope for another 0 on the scoreboard and maybe a chance for the Dogs to once again come back and try to win it in the bottom half of this inning. But Daniel George has thrown 32 pitches already. He's had to skate around some trouble and going to hope for the same thing here. Hopefully he can maybe get a quick inning and send us to the bottom of this inning and give us a third chance, maybe third time's the charm, to walk it off.
Yeah, 2 innings of work already for George, and you just have to wonder. I made the comment back in the 8th inning, how much of a leash do you give George? Well, that answers it. Of course, Coach Lane was able to get out there and get him pumped up and get him out of that inning, and now you've sent him back out here for the 9th.
And a solid song choice between innings.
Oh, absolutely.
Cheap Seats by Alabama. Love it. You might just hear that on the Big AA tomorrow morning.
We have had great fortune with our baseball PA announcers and by de facto DJs. Of course, Corey Harrison with us this year, taking the reins. We had Carson Tanner for years, who was absolutely fantastic at both the PA part and the DJ part, just like Corey here, and we are rocking and rolling on a Friday night. We got the tunes cranked up a little bit. Let's see if George can get it cranked up here in the top of the 9th. So it'll be 9-1-2 due up for the Bucks. Talon Wright will lead things off 1 for 2. That first pitch misses low and away, ball 1. Wright, as I said, 1-2 on the night. He also has a walk. 1 ball, no strikes to count from George. And the pitch on the way. That one is inside, ball 2. Two balls, no strikes, nobody on, nobody out. 2-0 on the way. That one misses in the dirt. On the count now, 3 balls and no strikes. And George struggling early to find the strike zone here against Wright. A tough task for the young George. And that is a four-pitch walk, I should say, to start off this top of the ninth. And that's going to bring us back to the top of the order to Chandler, who is 0 for 4 with a strikeout.
Coach Lane to the umpire immediately. I wonder if he's about to make a pitching change.
Yeah, I think the night is possibly done for George.
We'll probably have to also do some defensive adjustments. It depends on who he goes to, whether it's going to be Ace Allen or somebody else. And that will be it for Daniel George. He worked a lot more than I think we might have expected. Tweet Gerald's going to be the guy to get the baseball. So we'll let him warm up, and we'll come back after the 60-second break. Cedartown and Allatoona are tied 1-1. A runner on first, nobody out. Back after 60 seconds on the Big Double A.
Looking for a good used vehicle? Don't go out of town. Come see the folks at Dingler Motor Company, 526 North Main Street. Bad credit, no problem. Dingler Motor Company can get you back on the road in no time with their in-house financing. Top quality pre-owned late model cars, trucks, and SUVs. Stop by and check out their wide selection at 526 North Main Street across from Livewire Surplus. Call them at 770-748-0906. Search them on Facebook at Dingler Motor Co. That's Dingler Motor Company.
There's nothing quite like the indoor comfort of a Daikin HVAC system. And not everyone can deliver the HVAC expertise and service quite like us, your local Daikin Comfort Pro. We're committed to your heating and cooling needs, whether you're looking for a system checkup or a replacement that fits your lifestyle and budget. Call us, your local Daikin Comfort Pro, today.
Call MasterTech Heating and Air at 770-748-6965 or visit us online at mymastertech.com, and go Dogs.
Cedartown High School Baseball is on the Big Double A.
Owen Tweet Gerald will take over for the Dogs here in the top of the ninth inning with nobody out and a runner on first. Daniel George goes 2 innings, no hits, no runs, 3 walks, 2 strikeouts. I think the walks would be something he would want to improve upon, but not allowing any runs or hits, a couple of strikeouts, and a defensive adjustment with Tweet Gerald coming in to pitch. Bryant Waddell will come in from center to play second base. Daniel George will play right field, and Timothy George will be in left field. So a little bit of a shuffle defensively. And number 17, Chandler, will be the batter to face Tweet Gerald.
So Hatcher Chandler ready to go to work here. He is 0 for 4 with a strikeout. Tweet is ready to go to work. First pitch shows bunt, and that is bunted foul. I tell you what, Allatoona has attempted to utilize the bunt quite a bit tonight and has only been able to do so effectively once, maybe twice.
Once or twice, yeah.
Other than that, they can't get the bunt down, which we're thankful for. No balls, 1 strike to count on Chandler. Tweet checks the runner at first. Chandler shows bunt, now brings it back, and that one misses out of the zone. Ball 1. So that time it was a little bit of reverse psychology as Chandler showed bunt early, but then pulled it back.
Yeah, Everett Perkins came charging in from third. As soon as he was about halfway, pulled it back.
Did the same thing, and it's hit back up the middle, and then off of the shoe of the field umpire, which changed its direction, and everybody is safe, and Allatoona is in business with runners at first and second. I think that was going to be a tough play either way for Waddell over at second.
I think so too. Honestly, even if it doesn't hit the umpire, they may get one of the runners. The umpires are going to talk about it, but I mean, you know, umpires are fair game. They're just like a pebble or a base pad or something out there if it gets deflected.
So they're going to swap out baseballs, it looks like.
But the tying run is at second base, or the go-ahead run, I should say, is at second base for the Buccaneers. This is a situation they've been in a couple of times. here in extra innings.
Now batting number 2.
So runners at first and second, nobody out.
Yeah, that's the tough part, though. Nobody out.
And that'll bring up Eddings, who is 0 for 4 with 3 strikeouts.
He tries to bunt and bunts it foul for strike 1.
That was the 5th hit of the game for the Buccaneers from Chandler. And again, the bunting woes continue for the Bucks. No balls, 1 strike. Sweet checks that runner. They'll show bunt again. This time they will get it down. It'll be Gerald that will field. He'll fire to first for out number 1. But the runners do advance to second and third.
Well, we were just talking about how they've tried to bunt a lot tonight and haven't been as successful as they would like, but that was absolutely the perfect bunt and the perfect time to do it.
So that's going to bring up Brooks.
Number 8, Morgan Brooks.
0 for 3 with a strikeout on the night. Wright at third, Chandler at second. And the pitch on the way from Tweets in the dirt. Good stop by Allred. Two on, 1 out. Top of the 9th. Tie ball game. The 0-1 is lifted foul, straight back behind us, and that'll even up the count at 1 ball and 1 strike.
That might have been ball 2. I think it was upstairs, and that's why he got underneath it and popped it up. Count is 1-1 with 1 out. Runners on second and third. 1-1 tie. Top of the 9th inning in extra innings.
And the pitch. That one's back up the middle. It's Tweet. He'll turn, fire to first, out number 2. And what a play by Gerald.
Outstanding play by Tweet. I mean, he got the ball down. I mean, it was an unbelievable play to stop the ball for 1, then jumped up immediately, looked the runner back to third, and still made a throw in plenty of time to get him at first base. What an incredible play.
So that's the second out of the inning.
Now batting number 20, Carter Hope.
And that's going to bring up Hope, the backstop. He is 1 for 3. He's got a walk. He's also scored a run. First pitch on the way, too. It is lifted a mile high to the left side. It'll be Timothy George. It'll camp out underneath it, and we get out of it. The Dogs will go to the 9th inning. We strand 2. We're still tied at 1 each. We'll be back after this 60-second break here on the Cedartown Bulldogs Sports Network, the Big AA.
Rocky and Patty Tillery, 2 Cedartown High School graduates, and they stayed right here in the county and went into business. They employ right at 100 people, and they've been doing that for a long time. Most of their work is from out of the county, but they want to push our youngsters here, no matter what they're doing, Little League, Pony League, high school baseball, basketball, football, and soccer, and that's Polk County Public Service. They appreciate serving you.
Have you been to Croker's Hardware and Supply lately? Croker's is the place to find everything you need, from boots to fencing, from plumbing supplies to wood and gas stove fittings, everything, even paint and flooring. Whether you're building or repairing, everything you need is right here at Croker's Hardware on East Avenue. Name brands galore right here in your back door. Orca and Yeti coolers and tumblers, case knives, native eyewear, buck stove grills, and more. At Croker's, you can find everything.
Go by and see the friendly staff there at 1192 Rockmart Highway. That's Croker's Hardware in Cedartown.
Cedartown High School Baseball is on the Big AA.
A great defensive play by Tweet Gerald to get the second out, and then getting the fly out to end the top of the 9th inning with the go-ahead run at third base. What an incredible job by the Bulldogs. New pitcher out there, number 18, J.T. Toe, will be out there. He is a lefty, and he will face, for the Bulldogs, it'll be number 13 for Cedartown, and that is B.J. Flemister. He'll face Flemister, Daniel George, and Timothy George if we don't have any pinch hitters, and I would think we probably would not. So the day is over with now for number 11, McCauley. McCauley goes 5 innings in relief, 2 hits, no runs, 2 walks, and 9 strikeouts. I mean, that's a pretty good line there if you're McCauley. But he still was not able to get a decision, and it will be up now to the new hurler, JT Toe, who will take over on the mound. His warm-up toss is complete, and B.J. Flemister will be the batter. You know, Sam, McCauley was just about unhittable. And maybe if you're Cedartown, you're kind of glad not to see him again.
Yeah, maybe this is the crack in the armor that you need to kind of punch through and close this one out. But it is a lefty, and so that's something that you got to contend with. And, of course, it's a brand-new pitcher for us. We haven't seen him yet. We did not see Toe in Game 1 at all. And so here we are with our first looks at him here in the bottom of the ninth. But I can tell you at 24 minutes past the hour of 10, it'd be nice if we could go ahead and wrap this one up.
We're right at the 3-hour mark of this ball game.
You have been on the air since 5 p.m., my friend.
Yeah, it's been a while. It's been a bit.
I joined you around 5:20, cut on and missed by Flemister, strike 1. So we have now been on the air for quite some time.
Not to mention I was on the air for an hour this afternoon and got up early and did the news this morning. So here we are, living the dream.
The 0-1 is low, and that'll even up the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. And the pitch on the way from Toe. Cut on and missed by Flemister. And the count now goes to 1 ball and 2 strikes. Flemister is 0 for 3 on the night with 2 strikeouts. The Dogs needing something offensively here. And the pitch. And again, cut on and missed. And that'll be the 3rd strikeout of the night for Flemister. First out of the inning. And that's going to bring up Daniel George.
Number 16, Daniel George.
Daniel, victim of a strikeout, his only other at-bat. That's when he came in to pitch in relief. Had 1 at-bat, and that was a strikeout against McCauley.
First pitch on the way to him is in there, called strike 1.
Toe is pretty sharp out there. All strikes so far.
0-1. Hit to the right side foul off the front of the dugout.
Almost hit
the first base side.
Almost hit somebody, and I think it might have actually hit someone on the bill of their hat. Leaning out of the dugout over there. Of course, the fence only goes up about waist high. 0-2 the count quickly to Daniel George.
Toe looks in, and the pitch is on the way, and that one is inside, and that's the first ball that he's thrown. One ball, 2 strikes.
Cedartown has not scored since the 3rd inning. We're in the bottom of the 9th here with 1 out.
1-2 on the way. So
no pitch?
No pitch. The field umpire this time is the one that called something, and it's because he licked his hand. I believe it was last year that we had a big explanation of what the rule was.
Now my question is that ball 2 or is it just no pitch? Right now it's just ball 1, so we'll go with it.
And the pitch. And that one is fouled off, right side again. So it was 2-2. 2 balls and 2 strikes is the count. That's what the umpire just turned around and
so it is 2-2.
Yeah.
All right, we'll take it. Who was it that made the spitball famous? Was it Gaylord Perry?
Now you were asking the wrong guy on that.
I think he was one of the last ones to use it. You weren't supposed to use it, but he would use it. But that's one thing that the home plate umpire was trying to, I guess, not allow Toe to do here. So it's 2 balls and 2 strikes.
And the pitch. And that was a chopper. It's going to be a tough play for the second baseman. He will field and fire to first in time for out number 2. Eddings a long way to go for that one, as it was a slow roller hit by George over to the right side, but he's there in time, and that'll be the second out. And now it's going to be up to Timothy George if he wants to send us home here in the 9th. It's been a while since we've seen double-digit innings. I can't remember the last time I saw 10 innings in baseball.
I can't remember either, at least in high school baseball.
Exactly. Excuse me.
Where it goes 7 innings, yeah.
So first pitch on the way to Timothy George. This is low, ball 1.
Bryant Waddell hoping for a turn in the inning. Timothy 0 for 3 with a strikeout, as you said.
Look in by Toe, and now he'll step off. And time called by the catcher, Hope, as Ho and Tope got to make sure they get on the same page. You'd hate to have a Toe on the wrong page.
Is Hope in tow?
I don't know. I don't know. It is late.
Y'all, it's late. Yeah, that's right.
It is 10:30. One ball, no strikes. The count on Cedartown's Timothy George. Pitch on the way. That one is drilled to the left side and down, and that is going to be a 2-out single from Cedartown's Timothy George. He just split the gap between third and short.
Good job there by Timothy getting his first hit of the day. Bryant Waddell is due for a hit. He's 0 for 2 with a couple of strikeouts, and he's walked once. Unless we have a pinch hitter.
Then we could possibly, if Waddell can get aboard, we could turn over the lineup. So Waddell will climb in.
Winning run at first base. 2 outs in the top of the 9th. The bottom of the 9th, rather. And they're gonna put him over in second base. Maybe he licked his hand or stepped off the rubber again. I don't know.
Okay, and we're gonna let's have another explanation.
Yes, what do you do?
We have not had any kind of drama like that since, I don't know, was it the 4th inning when their
4th or 5th
when the head coach was thrown out?
So the home plate umpire is speaking with one coach. The field umpire is out talking to the pitcher and the catcher.
Well, that is huge, y'all. Listen, because that puts the winning run in scoring position. If Bryant Waddell can get a base hit, and now some very upset Allatoona fans making some comments out there.
They're making some noise.
They are.
Making their presence known.
Nobody can explain it to the pitcher.
1 ball, no strikes. Runner at second base, 2 out. B.J. Flemister at the plate. Toe comes set. Pitch on the way. Called, strike 1. Toe looks in. It's the sign from Hope. Pitch Pitch on the way. Chopper at the plate. It's gonna be a fair ball, and we've got runners at first and third.
Listen, Toe was the only person who was going to be able to get to that. Slid down, lost his footing in front of home plate, and now the winning run is at third base. Runners at the corners, and I think they're going to intentionally walk. Yeah, they're going to intentionally walk Ace Allen to load the bases, but now you got to face Tweet Gerald.
So Tweet will be at the plate. He is 1 for 4. He's got a run scored, and he's got the winning run in the form of Timothy George standing at third base. You do have Waddell at second and Allen at first, but the only run that matters is Timothy George. And Tweet Gerald, one of the most consistent hitters in this Dogs lineup, has a chance to send us home.
Well, it all comes down to this. It's up to him.
You got to win it here, kid. Bases loaded, 2 outs. Bottom of the 9th. It's all tied up at 1 each. Pitch on the way. Called. Strike 1 to Tweet.
You got to look on. It's either Tweet or it's extra innings. Again, to the 10th inning.
Every kid that's ever played baseball has dreamed about this moment in their backyard. Bases loaded, bottom of the 9th, 2 out.
Game on the line.
Game on the line. Pitch on the way from Toe. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. This right here is what dreams are made of. No balls, 2 strikes. Bases loaded, 2 outs. Number 2 at the plate. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. And we got to go to 10 innings. Back-to-back innings. The Dogs can't push it across. We'll be back after this 60-second break here on the Cedartown Bulldogs Sports Network.
Coverage of Cedartown High School Bulldogs baseball on the Big AA is brought to you in part by Republican State Representative Trey Kelly of Cedartown.
This is Representative Trey Kelly. I want to wish all the players and coaches a safe and successful season. You've worked hard to represent us on the field, and I'm proud to represent you in the Georgia House of Representatives. Again, this is Representative Trey Kelly, and I want to thank you for listening to the Big AA. Go Dogs!
This announcement paid for by State Representative Trey Kelly, kellyforhouse.com.
Make the right play. Go to Peach State Ford in Cedartown today.
Rush to Peach State Ford in Cedartown. Peach State Ford has a championship lineup of new and pre-owned vehicles. Peach State Ford is now open in your backyard.
Peach State Ford is proud to be part of your local community. Whether you're waiting for your vehicle to get serviced, picking up a part for your vehicle, or stopping by to check out a new vehicle for yourself, Peach State Ford offers a wide range of amenities to enhance your experience. Peach State Ford in Cedartown, 2076 Rockmart Highway, 770-748-3673.
Cedartown High School baseball is on the Big AA.
The game that will not end as we head now to the 10th inning of a high school baseball game. It doesn't happen very often, folks. This game is tied 1-1, and Tweet Gerald will continue his work on the mound. He is the 4th Bulldog pitcher. He gave up a hit in the previous inning, but did not allow a run. Owen Pilgrim allowed the only run for the Buccaneers to this point. That was way back in the 6th inning. We've had Everett Perkins, who started this game a long time ago, went 5 innings, gets a no decision. And for the Buccaneers, it'll be 5, 6, and 7. Wilson, McBurnett, and Alley. Wilson 0 for 1. McBurnett 1 for 4 with a run batted in, and Alley 0 for 3.
Last batted out.
So now we're going to, Sam, looks like we're going to employ the ghost runner rule out there at second base.
Yep, so the last batter that was out for Allatoona will go out to second base, and that last batter would have been number 20, Hope, right? Yep.
So this is similar to what happens in the major leagues in extra innings, where they have the ghost runner or the universal tiebreaker, whatever you want to call it. And it will be number 20, Parker Hope, out there to run. So you got catcher speed out there at second base if you're the Buccaneers. And this will bring up Carter Wilson.
The big DH, who is 0 for 1 with 2 walks. He was also hit by a pitch. So he comes to the plate to start off this top of the 10th inning. Tweet Gerald still on the mound for the Dogs. Time called and granted to Wilson. It'll be Wilson, McBurnett, and Alley due up.
Tomahawk Chalk has broken out from the dugout.
Bunt, and it is bunted foul by Wilson. So he's behind in the count. No balls, 1 strike.
I wonder if the iPad died in the dugout because it has not started the next inning yet.
I'm going to, speaking of dying iPads, just in case.
Oh, I'm good.
Okay.
I'm fine. I'm at 37%. I'm good. Your phone might not be in the best shape, but hey.
No balls, 1 strike. Wilson showing bunt again, squares the bunt, pulls it back. That'll even up the count at 1 ball and 1 strike as that pitch from Tweet missed upstairs. One ball, 1 strike, 1 on, nobody out. Top of the 10th inning. Wilson will show bunt again. Pitch on the way, pulls it back as that one misses outside. Ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike. And the pitch on the way. Missed low, ball 3. So the count now 3 balls and 1 strike. Tweet has got to throw a strike here. Wilson pulls the bunt back. Now he'll go into the bunt. Missed outside, ball 4, and that'll put runners at first and second. So this will bring up McBurnett, the first baseman. He is 1 for 4 with a strikeout. He's also got a ribby on the night, the only ribby for Allatoona. But he could pick up a crucial one here if he can put the ball into play. They show bunt again. This one is executed. Tweet. Nobody is at
Nobody
first.
covered first.
And everybody is safe and the bases are juiced. Bryant Waddell, who is normally out in center field, is playing second, and he did not break to cover first.
Yeah, that's just a mental mistake there by a guy who's been on the field a long time tonight, and it's a single. I mean, that's all you can rule it as. But a mental mistake, no doubt. The 6th hit for the Buccaneers, bases loaded and nobody out.
Dogs are in a world of hurt right here.
Here's Alley.
The only good news is Alley is 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts and a walk. Problem is, just about anything here hurts you.
Do we have a strike?
No.
Okay, just making sure.
First pitch on the way from Tweet. That is hit down the left side and foul.
Now we got a strike.
That would have given Allatoona the lead by a couple.
By the way, the outfield. B.J. Flemister is in left field. Daniel George is in center. Timothy George is in right.
That one is hit up the middle. It'll be a play for Waddell. He came home but he overshot and threw it away.
Well, and let me tell you what else happened. He thought about it for a second too long. He should have gone to first base if he had waited that long. He overthrew the bag. Nobody is out. The run is in. It's 2-1. And again, Waddell, who normally plays center field, is been put into a spot where he's having to play second. Now, he's played second before. He's got experience doing that, but just made a mistake. And it's now a 2-1 score as the Buccaneers lead it.
And that one is drilled to the left side and down. That's going to score 2. That's going to score 3. The throw into home is in time, and it does score 2. But Allatoona has jumped all over the Dogs here in the top of the 10th inning. It is 4-1 Buccaneers. 3-1 Buccaneers.
Or is it?
I think
you're right.
It is 4-1.
It is 4-1.
Right, unloaded on that one. Now back to the top of the order. No, excuse me, who is this? This is 18. Oh, no, this is right, 19. It was Tucker that unloaded.
We're exhausted. But the Buccaneers have scored 3 runs here in the top of the 10th inning.
And all of them coming off of just mistakes by the Dogs.
You know, this game, I think if you can look back at it, Cedartown had chance after chance after chance to, they had chance after chance to take the lead and even win it.
That's a hard hit ball to be center field to play for Flemister. He'll make the catch over his shoulder, gets it in, the runner will tag, and we'll move up from second to third, and that's the second out of the inning.
I mean, Cedartown had chances and just couldn't make it happen. I think here we're starting to see the attrition effect, I think, come into play, where the Buccaneers, have a deeper bench than the Bulldogs have.
We'll go back to the top of the order to Chandler. He is 1 for 5 with a strikeout. First pitch on the way to him from Tweet. That is well high out of the zone. Got away from Allred for a moment, but the runner stays. 1 ball, no strike to count.
Hey, now get him in here.
Pitch on the way from Tweet. Caught the inside part of the plate, strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike to count. The Buccaneers plating 3 runs here in the top of the 10th to take a 4-1 lead. Tweet looks in. Pitch on the way to Chandler. Misses upstairs. Ball 2. Two balls, 1 strike. 1 on, 2 out. And the pitch. And that one is hit down the left side past the diving third baseman. And that's going to plate another run, and it's 5-1. Chandler is on his way to second. He'll slide in there with the double. A 2-out, 1 RBI double for Chandler. And this one has officially been busted wide open. It is 5-1. That's going to bring up Nick Eddings. He is 0 for 4 with 3 strikeouts.
I'm just in shock here, Sam. This game was so close, so long, and Allatoona bust out here in this inning, taking advantage of some mistakes. That was a strike, and it's 0-1.
Pitch on the way from Tweet. That one missed low, ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Two versus 2 here. 1-1 on the way. Cut on and miss. He was way out in front of that off-speed pitch from Tweet, and that takes the count to 1 ball and 2 strikes. Strike away from getting out of the inning. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Runner out at second, 2 out. And the pitch. And that is lifted to center field. It's going to be another play for Flemister, who will retreat underneath it, and that'll be the 3rd out, but not before Allatoona strikes for 4 and takes a 5-1 lead. We'll go to the bottom of the 10th. Last chance for the Dogs back after this 60-second break here on the Cedartown Bulldogs Sports Network, the Big Double A.
Looking for great deals? Stop by Livewire Surplus, located on North Main Street in Cedartown. They've got everything from tools and generators to patio furniture, lawn mowers, flooring, cleaning supplies, mini splits, and much more. Whether you're tackling a project or upgrading your space, they've got what you need. Come check them out at the store today. You'll never know what you might find. Check them out on Facebook or visit their new website, livewiresurplus.com. That's Livewire Surplus, 546 North Main Street in Cedartown, 678-861-5021. Bradford's Drug Store in Cedartown is your locally owned and operated Good Neighbor Pharmacy. Bradford's accepts most prescription plans, and remember, Bradford's for all your gift and decor needs. Bradford's pharmacists take time to get to know you and answer any questions you may have. Go by and see Justin Strickland and all the folks at Bradford's, and be sure to use their convenient drive-thru. 500 North Main Street in Cedartown, 770-748-3100. Bradford's Drug, your locally owned and operated Good Neighbor Pharmacy.
Cedartown High School Baseball is on the Big Double A.
Allatoona puts 4 runs on the board in the top half of the 10th inning after what was a tit-for-tat kind of game, as the Dogs and Buccaneers were neck and neck until the 10th, when some mistakes happened and the Dogs surrender 4 and now trail at 5-1. But if the Dogs want to start a rally, we got a good trio coming up. We've got Everett Perkins to lead it off, who's 1 for 3. Dalen Holiday 0 for 4, and Gavin Allred, who is 1 for 3. But tall task for sure, as number 18, TJ Tao, will continue his work. This will be his 2nd inning of work. And the Dogs are going to have to come from behind, trailing by 4 here in the bottom half of the 10th inning. We will have a ghost runner aboard at 2nd. It will be the speedy Tweet Gerald, who was the last batter to be retired. Was the last batter in the inning previous. So he will be the ghost runner at 2nd base, and we are ready to go in the bottom of the 10th inning.
Leading off the Dogs, number 5, Everett Perkins.
Perkins is 1 for 3 on the night. A strikeout and a walk. Climbs in the box. He's ready to go to work.
10:51, y'all.
Yep. And we call times. Now JT Toe is ready to go. First pitch on the way to Perkins is lifted out of play and foul. Back behind us here in the press box, that might double as my bedroom for the night if this thing doesn't get over soon.
You can always sleep on the couch at the radio station.
Yeah, it is true. No balls, 1 strike. Just do Saturday mornings from Sam live here from the press box. Got on and missed. And the count now, no balls and 2 strikes. And the 0-2 on the way to Perkins, and that is lifted to the right side. It's going to be a play for right, and actually it'll be the second baseman.
They collide out there. Tweet moves over.
Yep. It was Eddings and Wright that collided. Eddings made the grab and then fell, and so Tweet able to tag and move. So Gerald now at 3rd, and that's the first out in the inning, and that'll bring up Day-Day Holiday.
Now batting number 19, Dalen Holiday.
So Holiday to the plate. He is 0 for 4 with 2 strikeouts. Dogs trail by 4. 5-1 is your score here in the bottom of the 10th inning. Pitch on the way, and that is hit up the middle, and that is going to get down for a base hit, and Tweet will come in and score, and it's 5-2. They had Chandler shifted to the right field side and deep, and Day-Day just hit that one straight back up the middle and was able to find some green grass.
It'll be Gavin Allred now, who's 1 for 3 with a walk and a couple of strikeouts. But credit Holiday with the RBI single up the middle. It's now a 3-run game with 1 out here in the bottom of the 10th inning.
So Allred climbs in the box. The Bulldog backstop, ready to go to work. First pitch on the way to him, misses ball 1.
Let's go.
1 ball, no strikes, 1 on, 1 out, 1 run across. And the pitch from Toe. And they're called strike 1. That'll even up the count at 1-1.
What you don't want to happen is hitting the ball on the ground, because that could result in a game-ending double play. Just kind of try not to hit it to an infielder.
And the 1-1 is way inside, almost hit Allred. The count goes to 2 balls and 1 strike now. Toe looks in, gets the sign from Hope. And the pitch. That one misses low, ball 3.
Well, if you can get aboard here, that'll bring the tying run to the plate.
3 balls, 1 strike to Gavin Allred. And the 3-1. Foul tips and into the glove of the catcher, and that'll run the count full at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Toe looks in, gets the sign. Payoff pitch on the way. Swung on and missed, strike 3. And the Dogs are down to their final out. It'll be up to B.J. Flemister, who is 0 for 4 with 3 strikeouts on the night, to keep this one going.
Bulldogs, number 13, B.J. Flemister.
Toe looks in, gets the sign. The pitch on the way to Flemister. A chopper to the left side. That one is going to get through. And that'll put runners at first and second. And that's Flemister's first hit here in game 2. It had to go in the 10th inning. And now that's going to bring up Daniel George.
Well, and Daniel is 0 for 2 with a strikeout. He's looking for his first hit.
Number 16.
And believe it or not, after that big inning, the tying run for the Dogs is actually at the plate.
But there are 2 outs.
Toe looks, gets the sign. And the pitch is on the way. Called strike 1.
Let's go.
Again, the look in. Toe comes set. And the pitch. And that one is cut on and fouled off to the right side. And the count is now 0-2. And the Dogs are down to their final strike. It's all up to Daniel George. That is up in the zone, ball 1. And the game continues. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 on, 2 outs. Again, another long look in by Toe to Hope. Toe comes set. The 1-2 on the way. Called strike 3, and that is it. And the Dogs fall in game 2 here in 10 innings by a final score of 5-2 after a 4-run top of the 10th inning for the Buccaneers. We're going to take a 60-second break. We'll come back and we'll wrap this one up. You are listening to Cedartown High School Baseball here on the Big Double A.
Hey, it's the Border Mexican Restaurant located at 718 North Main Street right here in Cedartown. They serve a wide variety of your favorite Mexican food made fresh daily. Great food, great fun. It's great for the whole family. Come see us at the Border Restaurant right here on Main Street in Cedartown. Or you can call for takeout at 678-246-1031. The Border Mexican Restaurant is the best Mexican food north of the border. That's the Border Restaurant right here in Cedartown.
Cedar Valley Golf Course has been the place to play golf in Cedartown and Polk County for 100 years. Locally owned and operated since 1924, Cedar Valley Golf Course offers 18 holes of some of the most beautiful fairways and greens in the area. Cedar Valley Golf Course is a proud supporter of the Cedartown High School Bulldogs and the greater Cedartown and Polk County region. Call today for tee time, 770-748-9671. Located just south of Cedartown at 1811 Buckhannon Highway. Cedartown's original golf course celebrating 100 years. Cedar Valley Golf Course.
Cedartown High School Baseball is on the Big Double A.
Final score here from the Dog Pound in the second game of the doubleheader. Allatoona 5, Cedartown 2 in 10 innings. For the Buccaneers, it was 5 runs, 8 hits. They had 3 errors. Cedartown 2 runs, 8 hits, and 1 error. The Dogs had several opportunities to not just take the lead, but take the win, but could not do it in extra frames as Cedartown suffers their first region loss, and they split the doubleheader, and that'll set up a deciding Game 3 on Thursday next week at Allatoona. Our next broadcast of Cedartown baseball will be on Tuesday. We'll be back here at home, opening up a new region series with the Cass Colonels. For Sam Branch and I think Gail has been at the radio station tonight, Andrew Carter wishing you a good night and God bless. Again, your final score in Game 2 of the doubleheader, the Dogs fall in 10, 5-2. Good night, God bless, here on the Cedartown Bulldogs Sports Network, the Big Double A.
W291 TS Cedartown. Your home for the Cedartown High School Bulldogs. AM 1340 and now 106.1 FM WGAA. The Big Double A.
Double A Country. Mostly clear skies across North Georgia and temperatures in the low 40s. For your Saturday